Shakur called out T.O. Throw a little bit of Richard Cam boosted in there. But then the Dana and Turkey shit. I'll talk about that.
All right, so what's first, second, and third? And then I can do the transitions for real.
All right, we going to do...
Find a way like the segue.
We going to start off with Dana and Turkey.
Skrilla!
Dana and Turkey. Well, did anything happen this weekend?
Hey, yo.
Berlanga. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little updates, but I ain't gonna stay on it long.
I'm on my rocker. I've been the sickest nigga in the MD, better call it doctor. I hold the mic with my pinky up, I fit to break them off something proper. Don't push me to the limit, I need anger management, I might have to woosah goose flopper. Niggas hate cause everything I do nuts. Nigga George Washington called, seeking I conquer. Can't beat them, cheat them,
call out a champion each week from the chat.
Be gripping them clippers, I'm bonkers. Don't make me pick up
call out a champion each week in the chat.
This
week, Skrilla. Skrilla been on deck at least 10 weeks in a row.
He in there
right now.
My nigga.
Hey, yo, this bug got her boyfriend.
I got its own clothes. Barcode is my logo. This tragedy, these rappers is garbage. This off is a pack of the barges. Off my feet, they just fell like a harness. He rappers, I don't need a garnish.
They hard.
I'm gonna get money regardless. My bitch so bad, she a goddess. My wife feet Aphrodite walking around.
It's 6 in the morning.
Say she ain't
They hard.
like me.
They hard as a bitch.
I ain't never trying to be broke again, cause that's bad for my psyche. No, it was the best when I was 19.
Nigga, we ready to go shoot love and basketball too, man. In Baltimore. Instead of them being at USC, they gonna be at Morgan.
Oh, yeah.
What you on, bro?
Been on, nigga.
Yes.
Yeah. I had seen some of my daughter highlights and got a little bit preoccupied.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then we did it go.
And I'm getting better, baby. I've been lifting. I've been working out. This bitch gonna be back to 100%.
Trey and them need a flag football quarterback.
Man, when you see me throw a football 40 yards, you gonna be like, hey yo, I'm the only nigga though that really got hurt with my right hand and taught myself how to throw left hand. Do everything left handed. Hell yeah.
Ghetto ambidextrous.
Yo, hit that clap button, my nigga. It is time. What up? It's your boy Cheetah. Got Boss. This is 6313 Podcast. To my left, as always, the man with the plan about the Eric motherfucking hands, JC. And on the boards,
yes,
the most shady, Frankie baby. What it is, fellas, hit the clap button one more time. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Hey, yo, we sorry we had to miss y'all last week. You feel me? We had a lot going on. But last weekend in boxing, UFC, it been a lot going on. Alex Paul Tom Pierre is no longer the champion, the light heavyweight champion of the world.
I called that shit. We called that shit. Long this is high five for niggas for real. Simple to
Y'all did.
Niggas called
Y'all
that.
did. I don't know if y'all really meant to say that, because y'all didn't even sound really that sure.
I know.
No,
but
hold up. Play back the clip. Nigga, I was like, hey, yo. My exact words was, I don't know why, yo. I just feel.
Yeah,
I just feel something. I just feel like he gonna lose. It gotta end.
Yeah.
You know me. I go hard, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm always going against the favorite in the main event from now on.
I always thought that it was like 50-50, and I ain't know who to pick. I just picked Alex because y'all picked Goliath, really.
Hey, yo, the MMA gods wasn't going to let that happen, bro. Like, it just was too fast for him to get all of... He wouldn't have had nobody else to fight at light heavyweight. He'd have had to move up and fight Johns, and then the potential, he could have possibly beat John, and then he'd have been the GOAT.
That early.
Nah, the MMA gods wasn't gonna let that happen, bro. Like, and I know that ain't no John Madden, Shale Sonnen type breakdown, but bro, I felt that shit, bro, because it don't happen like that. You just can't do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why, but all them niggas go through it. You reach that certain level of fame, you start fighting different people. You get what I'm saying? You start running out of niggas to fight. And then you lose to somebody not to say he wasn't supposed to lose to but you just lose to somebody you wasn't quite posed to.
Uncle Liar,
you just lose.
I want to say this. Shout out to Uncle Liar for becoming a new champion, right? We got another goddamn Dagestani as the champion in the UFC. But
niggas run that shit.
So shout out to Uncle Liar, but Uncle Liar is not great. You know what I'm saying? He not really great at no one area. He not great at the stand-up or the wrestling. He just solid all around the board. And he a tough motherfucker.
PR great at stand-up?
Absolutely.
He dominated Joe on the feet.
He didn't dominate him. He controlled him. It was a styles make fights thing, because what it looked like to me was Alex Pierre was real hesitant to shoot because of the threat of the takedown.
Yeah.
So Uncle Liar threat of the takedown was a problem, and he shot a lot of takedowns that Alex Pierre stuff. He ain't take him down not once.
He was 0 for 10.
Yeah.
But that threat of the takedown, it had you a little cautious.
Yeah, it had you a little cautious. So, and that's why it's mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
But Uncle Liar not really great at one area, but he a solid fighter all around the board. He check every box. He not bad. In the same breath as I'm saying that he not great at nothing, he not bad at nothing.
Right.
You feel me? He's
solid. His
solid.
stand-up impressed me, yo.
Yeah.
He went and kickboxed the kickboxer.
No, he been solid on the stand-up. You ain't see him kick that nigga in his face and knock him out?
I know he got... All right, see, it's a difference for real. Like, you got world class and you good at the sport. You get what I'm saying? Like, that nigga's a specialist. He ain't good at the ground or nothing. He's a world-class kickboxer. And I ain't saying that not clearly you're a world-class kickboxer too. But I normally be feeling like that shit kind of... Like, MMA fighters, they be more well-rounded in everything, not just in one category. You get what I'm saying? Yo is a specialist. He good in one category, and that's kickboxing. I didn't think he was going to be a better kickboxer than Yo. But Yo was countering the fuck out Yo. He had Yo looking stupid. And then it might have been the threat of the takedown, because he was trying to
I don't think he ever... Hold on. No. I don't think he ever had him looking stupid, bro. I think that Pierre looked at hesitant, but Uncle Liar still wasn't forcing an action and throwing a bunch of punches and doing a bunch of shit. He wasn't doing... I think Alex Pierre won one of the last 2 rounds.
No, the last 2 rounds, Uncle Liar was just holding him on the cage for real, because he had won the first 3 easy. Like,
I don't think he won the first 3 easy. Some people had Pierre winning the first round. I think however you had it, it was 3-2.
Yeah.
Right? But some people had it 4-1, some people had it 3-2, and some people seen Pierre winning. Like, it...
You ain't see Pierre winning.
Most logical people ain't see. I didn't see him winning. I didn't see Pierre winning. I had it 3-2, Uncle Liar. But, we should get a rematch. But I think in a rematch, win or lose, Pierre should be able to go up to heavyweight and fight for the belt.
I didn't even wait to see the decision. It came on like super late. For real, I don't think the shit started till like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna get all the way into the UFC yet, because we had Edgar Berlanga fighting this weekend. He got a knockout, first round knockout too. I ain't expect that. I didn't even watch the fight because nobody wanted to see him fight boy that he was fighting. I don't even know boy
name. The nigga
name.
with the bad 2K face scan.
Yeah, that's exactly what he looked like. I don't know. I don't even know who he is for real. I don't know who. But Edgar Berlanga did look good. He got a first round knockout. He went out there and did what he was supposed to do.
Hey yo, he posed to look good. Yo was out that bitch baggy as shit.
Jonathan Gonzalez Ortiz.
Yeah,
yo looked like he had on a 90s swish sweatsuit on, but it was his skin. That nigga was loose as a motherfucker, bro. They say he hadn't fought in like 8 years.
Hey yo,
you was supposed to do exactly that, sir. I don't give you that much credit for doing what you was supposed to do.
Berlanga though, but Berlanga is now a free agent. I thought that he was gonna be locked in with Eddie Hearn for a while, but he a free agent now. I think that he is ducking the Diego Pacheco fight, and I think that's why he wanted to leave Eddie Hearn. If there's anybody in the chat, let me know what y'all think about that. What they saying in the chat, Frank? But
Skrilla right now.
Oh, all right, yeah.
What Skrilla talking about?
Skrilla said, Cheatham. What's the Powerball numbers for the next drawing? I guess because you bet on that Argalive win.
Hey, yo, I really felt that shit, yo. Like, I'm trying to, hey, yo, look on the, yeah, I called that shit for real. I don't know what made me feel it, but felt that shit for real.
He said Berlanga out here fighting pothole fillers.
Absolutely. We are not impressed by the Berlanga opponent. I thought it should have been Gabe Rosado. See, I think that a tune-up, right? When you come off of a loss or something like that,
Yeah, he knocked the shit out that nigga.
your tune-up should be something that's going to get you up for the fight and the fans up for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Something interesting. So I thought it should have been Gabe Rosado. Gabe Rosado is Puerto Rican. He a journeyman that fought everybody, got a great resume. You know, a tough guy.
Yeah.
Feel me? Ain't been knocked out a bunch of times.
He ain't gonna make it easy for you. He
exactly.
gonna come and fight. For
you
real.
feel me? I thought it should have been Gabe Rosado. You know what I'm saying? But, cuz I don't really. You said his name a few times.
Jonathan
right?
Gonzalez Ortiz.
Yeah, I ain't even really want to see Gonzalez.
Man.
You get what I'm saying? You feel me? So
How'd he get the fight?
because that's what boxing.
That's boxing, bro.
That's what boxing be like predicated to. It be like they turn up fights be fights that niggas don't even really want to see.
So who's
it be showcase fights.
Who's Berlanga getting ready for?
We don't even know.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Because we damn sure don't want to see him fight Canelo again.
Obvious tune-up fight right here, though.
But Berlanga, what I do like about Berlanga is that he not only calling out one guy, he calling out the top of the division. So Caleb Plant, Jamal Charlo, Munguia. He said Diego Pacheco, but I think he left Matchroom. Eddie Hearn is Matchroom. That's his company. I think he left Matchroom to get away from that fight because Diego Pacheco on Matchroom. So he know that if he signed to Matchroom sooner or later, Eddie Hearn going to be like, yeah, we need to make this fight happen.
Who do you want to see him fight?
Everybody. But to me, the best fight is Charlo. Berlanga and Charlo. I really like that fight.
Sound like a good one. What about you, Chief? Berlanga's next fight.
Ooh. I would like to see the Caleb Plant joint.
Okay.
Because they've been beefing. They got a little...
I just seen that Charlo, somebody, Ronnie Shields, his trainer, said that he going to come back in May. I think May 15th, May 14th, 15th, something like that. But he needs to fight Caleb. Charlo need to fight Caleb Plant, right? That is no reason that shouldn't be the first fight that he has back.
Oh, yeah, you
right?
know I'm not...
It's no way around it. You get what I'm saying? I don't even want to get Cheatham all the way fired up, but it ain't even no way around the fact that he need to fight Caleb Plant right now. But the fact that might not happen, I feel like a winnable fight for Charlo is Berlanga. But also a winnable fight for Berlanga is Charlo. So that's why I think that fight. And I think they talk shit to each other. It'll be a good build-up.
All right. Skrilla says Berlanga called out Caleb Plant. I think you said that as well. And then he says, I think his next fight should be Munguia. So everybody got something different. That's what's up.
Munguia not a bad fight. But none of these joints bad fights. I will watch all of them.
I just said the whole top. So my point, that my man 4-4, I think he sleep. You get what I'm saying? He work overnight and shit. But I be telling him, like, I don't want to see Canelo fight nobody at 168 because all of them really need to be fighting each other. All of them kind of really on the same level, and he already beat Berlanga, Munguia, and Caleb Plant. So he don't really need to run it back with none of them until they beat somebody. You feel me? And all of them need to fight each other, honestly. So all of the fights made sense. But stylistically, Caleb Plant is a boxer. None of them other guys is boxers.
Yeah.
So Charlo and Berlanga would be a better stylistic matchup.
Yeah.
Munguia and Berlanga would be a better stylistic matchup. So, like, but Caleb Plant is a good fighter, though, and he got grit.
Berlanga he might knock Charlo out for his first fight back.
That's what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? But niggas don't think a lot about Berlanga, so that's why it'd be a good fight for him. Because just imagine, though, if he knocked out Charlo.
Skrilla say he want to see Nello and Better Beef.
Another one.
Bro, Canelo ain't trying to take that type of risk, bro. He is, you know what I'm saying?
I just had to register in my mind. I'm like,
he taking the easy way out. But honestly, like, if we just talking about how that fight will play out stylistically, I think that he'd be a big problem for Better Biev, and I think Better Biev would be a problem for him. 50-50 fight because Better Biev going to put the pressure on him, but Canelo is going to counter him with power shots. So he not going to counter him like Bivol was countering him. He going to counter him and make him back up. He going to counter him to the body. He going break his arms down. He gonna break his body down. So I don't just see nobody walking Canelo down and you know what I'm saying, just beating him up. I never seen him get hurt. I never seen him, you know, look discouraged in the fight. So I think that'd be a great fight, but I don't think Canelo is willing to take the risk. And that's the problem.
He's definitely in low risk, high reward territory right now.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because high risk, low reward is the term that niggas then came up with, you feel me, to duck people. But
High risk, low reward. Okay.
yeah, high risk, low reward is the term that niggas then came up to duck people, but you didn't just flipped it around to show how he is just ducking these other opportunities. Yeah. So in reality, he not gonna take that opportunity, bro. But I wanna see him fight. I honestly wanna see Better Biev go to cruiserweight and fight Badu Jack for the WBC belt. So J.L. Battaglia is the #1 cruiserweight right now. That's who Cheatham said fight like Isaac Frost. J.O. Battaglia, you feel me? He that guy from Australia.
Okay.
Zerto Ramirez, though, is the unified champion. So J.O. Battaglia got the IBF and the Ring Magazine belt. Zerto he unified with, I think, the WBA and something else. WBO. Badu Jack got the WBC. I want to see Better Biev versus Badu Jack. Zerto versus J.O. Battaglia, and the winner fight the winner for Undisputed. Because I know that Better Biev walk around somewhere around 200 pounds, and I don't even think that he would have to be 200 pounds to fight at cruiserweight. I think that he'd be faster. He naturally stronger than them niggas. Badu Jack is a 168 pounder that came up to cruiserweight.
And Badu Jack, like 48 right now. Like, I don't know. I mean, they both old.
He not 48.
I know.
They about the same age.
Yeah, but now I just was about to say that. Like, damn, you're old too. So I guess that is a good fight.
Yeah, I think
one of the announcers was like, if Badu Jack fought every fight, like how he fought from the 7th round to the end of the fight, he would be undefeated. Like if he fought the beginning of the fight, how he fought the second half of the fight, he'd be undefeated.
Yeah.
I don't know, yo.
Hey, yo, I think Better Biev and Badu Jack could be a war. But I think Better Biev can beat every cruiserweight except J.O. Battaglia. Because
damn, no love for Ramirez?
I like Zerto a lot, but I think Better Biev would beat him. Bivol beat Zerto Ramirez at 75. See, all these guys is guys that came up. You feel me? Zerto Ramirez was a 168 pounder too that came up to 175 that went up to cruiserweight. Badu Jack is a 168 pounder that went up to 75 and then went up to cruiserweight. So, but Zerto, I really like Zerto. You know what I'm saying? Mexican. He only got one loss. He only lost to Bivol. So they just all gotta get in the mix. But I don't really want to see Better Biev at 175 no more because I don't want to see him fight Bivol no more. I kind of know how that fight gonna play out. Like I think they both even, bro.
Tired of
like,
that shit. Nigga, put that shit on vibrate.
In all honesty, this nigga tripping. In all honesty, if Better Biev and Bivol would have fought at the time that they should have fought, I think Better Biev would have stopped them. But because they fought so late, it was more of a competitive fight, and he got one, Bivol got one. I think they kind of even, bro. I think Better Biev was way more. Even though I'm not saying it, I don't think he old right now because I don't think he got a lot of miles on. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think he old.
He got hella amateur fights.
Yeah, but I don't think that he really old right now. But at the same time, he is 39, 40 years old. A 34, 35, 36-year-old was a little bit different than the one we seen.
Right.
So, like at that time, and even at that time, Bivol was champion, but that was before he fought Canelo. I think that he got better as he went on. In Zerto, he beat Canelo and Zerto back to back. After he beat Canelo, he beat Zerto. That's who we talking about is the unified champion at cruiserweight right now.
Right. He
beat Zerto. So he got a lot of experience on the way. You know what I'm saying? But if they would have just fought for the unified titles, you know, 4 or 5 years ago, I think Better Biev would have stopped him.
I don't know, yo. Like, I definitely feel like he had to go through the first fight to be able to beat him the second fight. I think he had to, you know, feel the power to go through the fight. He learned a lot from that fight. At the same time, I still feel like he was good enough
Skrilla talking to us?
I still feel like he was good enough to do that shit then. You get what I'm saying? Like, they just like he ain't changed nothing. He just went about it a little different, for real. You get what I'm saying? He still fought him the same way he fought him the first fight. Like, it was just a little bit more finessey. Like, he ain't, like, I feel like the first half of the fight, in the first fight, he went a little too hard. You get what I'm saying? Gassed out at the end. This fight, he seemed more prepared for that. You get what I'm saying? That back and forth.
I really don't know what was the difference, bro. I think that they both even. So the first fight was damn near draw, and this fight was damn near draw. Like, I think both fights was won by like a round. I don't think
I thought B-Vol, like, I get it. I get what the cards say, but this fight, B-Vol looked way more in control. Better be like
bro. In the beginning of the fight, Better Be almost stopped him.
No, I get that, but like
he almost stopped him in the beginning.
The second half of the fight, it was completely different. Like how Better Be was stalking him in the second half of the fight, and it looked like B-Vol was just fighting back. Mm-hmm. This, he was attacking. He still was doing the same thing. It just was aggressive. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like. It's not that I'm saying like B-Vol got it. I mean, Better Be got his ass whooped, but B-Vol was in way more control this fight.
Even way that I'm saying it though, it was still a 1-round, 2-round swing type of fight. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at that.
So, if it would have happened when you know what I'm saying, when B-Vol, because even if it would have happened 3 years ago, right? B-Vol was still in his prime 3 years ago. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that it should have happened when B-Vol first got a belt, but this fight should have been happening.
Like the fourth round, he definitely looked like he could have. It was like the third or fourth round, he looked like he could have stopped B-Vol. Yeah. But then after B-Vol made it through that and still was like fighting, and he kind of like poised himself, got back to the jab and started working on the jab and shit like that. I'm like, oh, this ready be a long motherfucking fight, bro. Like a long, like he seemed in control from that point.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, Better Be looked like he gassed a little early. I called you right after. Was like, I mean, the next day was like, yo, he looked like he turned 40.
Hey, yo, so what you think about Tank and Lamont Roach too? Do you think?
Like it. I think that's the only other option for Tank. Like, if he fought anybody else, it would seem weak. He just had this tough ass fight with Yo that Yo arguably won. That I think he won. But they gave it to you, and that's boxing. I ain't arguing that. But to fight anybody else other than Yo, like, if this was the 90s, it wouldn't even be a question. It just, the rematch, it was too good of a fight to not be a rematch. If it's MMA, that's too good of a fight not to be a rematch. It was a good fight. Run that shit back. It was a draw.
Do you also feel like for Tank's legacy, he needs a decisive win over Roach?
I mean, yeah, not for legacy, but just for your manness, bruh. Like, he really won.
It's more of that.
And you know that.
It's more of that. It's more for your
machismo,
pride.
My nigga, your pride, my nigga. Like,
okay.
It's more for your pride, but I think
ain't your legacy part of your pride, though?
Right. You know? I think about it a little bit like two different ways. So, legacy wise, Lamont Roach doesn't do anything for his legacy. Even if he come back and knock out Lamont Roach, because he wouldn't have did nothing for him in the first fight for his legacy. So, but pride-wise and man-wise, he the first nigga that stood in front of you and made you and held you accountable for the mistakes that you make in the ring. You held other niggas accountable that wasn't as responsible as he was. You feel me? He held you accountable and he wasn't scared from you. He walked you down. He stood in your face the whole fight. He ain't go nowhere when you hit him. And that was the first time you seen something like that. And you didn't respond in a way that we thought that you would respond. So I do think that he should get it back. But the reason that I don't think it should be a immediate rematch is because I think that fight always going to be there. They from the same neck of the woods. It's always going to be there. You get what I'm saying? No matter when, no matter how long both of them go on fighting, that fight always going to be there.
And unless Roach lose.
Not even if Roach.
Right now you got to kind of strike if the iron hot. Not even if Roach
was to lose to anybody, it's always still going to be there, because if he lose to somebody else, he didn't lose to Tank. You get what I'm saying? So it's always still going to be there. And like I said, we from the same area. You get what I'm saying? 45 minutes away from each other for real. That fight always going to be there. But
I
in
don't
reality,
I don't think it's that simple though, bro. Like
it really is though. It's always that simple because if he go on, like this, say Tank was to fight Lomachenko next, or Tank was to fight Shakur Keyshawn next, or somebody like that next, right? Like, and Lamont Roach go back down, fight O'Shaquie Foster, he fight Navarrete, somebody like that, get some wins. Like, that fight always gonna be there. Even if he lose, that fight always gonna be there, because niggas gonna be like, damn, bro. He was the nigga that got in the ring.
One guy.
Yeah, you feel me? Even if Tank go knock out Keyshawn Davis and all these niggas that we thinking that he gonna knock out all them niggas, you feel me? It's gonna be like, bro, Lamont Roach, you ain't knock out him.
So hold up, though.
Hey, yo.
You saying he should do it, just not right away.
I think it's bigger fish to fry.
I think that you
But he
maximize.
should come back later on.
Absolutely,
All right,
because
I think
hold
you
on.
maximize the intrigue doing it right away.
I'm not mad. I'm not saying that I'm opposed to that, right? But what I'm saying is that the fight shouldn't have happened in the first place because it was always bigger fish to fry, right? He took a back seat. This fight was a fight that just happened because maybe you can say it wasn't nobody else to fight or whatever the case was, but it's not a fight that should have happened.
I feel you on
But
that, but the fight did happen, and we here now. You feel me?
And sometimes
so you saying hold off on the rematch. You saying the rematch should be right away. Why do you feel like the rematch should be right away?
Because, yo, sometimes you eat some shit that you didn't expect to taste that good. You didn't know you liked that shit that much. And it's like, yeah, that fight wasn't supposed to be that good, but it was.
It wasn't.
And I didn't know I needed to see that fight again. But I don't even think it was that great of a fight. They had rounds where they threw like 5 punches apiece. 5 punches together. So it wasn't even really that great of a fight. It was just the first nigga that stood in front of him that wasn't scared, that didn't go nowhere from his power. So in reality, I'm saying that everybody is a live dog in that ring. No matter who you get in the ring with, he a live dog, so it can always happen. But this man keeps saying that he gonna retire and he got this many fights left. He got 2 fights left. He got 3 fights left. Frank, if I told you that Tank was gonna retire by next year, by 2026, would you want to see him fight Lomachenko or Frank or Lamont Roach?
If those are my options,
Yeah,
Lomachenko definitely.
absolutely. And the same thing go for Keyshawn Davis or Shakur Stevenson. Niggas was gonna pick them names over Lamont Roach.
I agree.
If I told you that Frank,
This nigga.
Nah, my shit was playing on one of your TVs upstairs, yo.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was for real. One of them TVs was playing us upstairs.
Back to Tank. Yo said Tank is the guppy killer. Tank ain't frying no big fish. He feasting on guppies.
yeah, that's Skrilla. Yeah,
And he tried to bite Lamont Roach.
yeah,
Hey, yo, I don't think he was trying to bite him, yo. I think he was trying to tell him something.
yeah. So
I think he said something to him.
yeah, yo. So like,
I'm biased.
you can be.
Yeah.
So in reality, like, it's bigger fish to fry. So we always wanted to see him fight them bigger fish. So if you told me that he was gonna retire next year, it's like, bro, I want to see you fight Lomachenko, Keyshawn, Shakur, Teofimo, Devin Haney. I want to see you fight one of them names rather than Lamont Roach, because your whole career been Lamont Roach's.
So with that being said, Cheat, I know you want to see the rematch quickly because you like the last fight, but personally, would you rather him fight one of those other names as opposed to Roach?
All right. Like, it's not just because, like, I enjoyed it was a good fight, right? I appreciated the fight. So, but it's not just because I think it was a good fight. Nigga, it was a draw. Like, period. Like, we can't just leave it there. It was a draw. There was no winner. My nigga, so how can you move on? How can either of y'all move on to the next thing?
That's a pretty good point.
Like, so I mean, if they do, they do, yo, but I'ma just chalk that up to boxing being boxing.
It's the same way that, like, to me, I look at it like, I told y'all before, the fight didn't make me look at either fighter any different, because when I was talking bad about the fight, people thought that I was talking bad about Lamont Roach. And
Right.
in reality, I was never talking bad about Lamont Roach. But he's the number 4 ranked guy at 130. He's not the number 1 guy at 130. We don't know. he damn sure don't have a better resume than Navarrete and O'Shaquie Foster. But we don't know even if he would beat them guys if he was in the ring with them at 130. Damn sure not at 135 when you get to talking about Lowman, Shakur, and Keyshawn, and Zapata, and that's a way different, you get what I'm saying, landscape. So everybody is a live dog. He been in the ring with Tank before. He grew up with Tank in a sense in the amateurs. So I knew that he was going to be a tough fight for Tank. I always knew that. But at the same time, we always wanted to see Tank fight the bigger fish, the top people in the division. So if he is going to retire by next year, bro, I want to see him fight them guys, bro. I don't really like.
Say Roach really that good, right? Say they have a rematch, Tank beat him, Tank lose. All right, right. Say he go fight Shakur. Hypothetically, he beat Shakur. All right, then we just didn't know he was that good. He just so happened to be. So I feel like, bruh, just let it happen. Let them niggas have a rematch and whatever happened. But now you in the mix now.
No, let him go fight somebody else so we can really see how good he is, because we never seen how good he is.
Hey yo, if he go out there and beat up Tank again, then we know how good he is.
It's not even that, bro. It's a division, like you said before. Don't go back on your words now.
No,
it's a
divisional
divisional game. So we done seen plenty of teams lose to somebody in their division that didn't even make the playoffs, but they go on to win the Super Bowl.
And styles make fights and all that shit.
Styles make fights, exactly. Yeah, so it's not really about. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, if you really play sports, all that, you only as good as your last performance and all that. That's somebody that didn't play sports. I keep telling y'all niggas that, bro. It's not about that. It's about styles make fights. Anybody can be a live dog. So it's just like this nigga William Scar. Don't nobody know William Scar. He ready to fight Canelo. He's a live dog, bro. He's from Cuba, got the amateur background and all of that. He's a live dog. He can go in there and beat you. And it don't mean that if he beat Canelo, he the best nigga in the world. It's like Canelo, I know that we not ready to see the best Canelo versus William Scar. We not.
Well, I mean, I'm going to just dead this shit right now. Somebody talked to Tank, and he already said the rematch probably ain't going to happen this year.
Nah, that was when he first, that was a little closer to the fight. I thought they getting closer to the date. I thought they already agreed on a rematch.
He said it's not going to be next, bro.
Hey, yo, but honestly, yo, that's just boxing being boxing, yo, because if this was UFC, it could have been a winner. Just the fact that it was an exciting fight and it had niggas talking. They'd have ran it back.
It's not even
Brandon Moreno and Davison Figueiredo fought 4 fucking times.
All right, now I agree with you on the draw part, right? On the draw part, it should be a rematch, but on a fact that I'm glad you said that. On just a close fight tip though, I don't think that it should be immediate rematches all the time, because it'd be so many good fights in the division that we be overlooking. And my whole point about Lamont Roach in general was that I wanted to see him fight the best guys at 130 or come up to 135 and beat somebody. Like, if he would have came up to 135 and beat Keyshawn or beat Kid Austin or beat Zapata, you get what I'm saying? I'd have been like, yeah, he need to fight Tank.
Hey, yo,
or if he was unified at 130, if he was the number one guy at 130 coming up to 135, I wouldn't have been mad at that fight. But just the fact that you just another guy at 130, and now we ready to bring you up.
Right.
Come on, bro.
Can I ask JC a question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, right? Mm-hmm. Say the fight happens, but it's a different fight. Let's say both niggas get knocked down multiple times. There's a little blood, and it's still a draw, but it's a much more action-packed.
Run that shit back.
Fight. Would you be more open to seeing the rematch if that was the case?
Hey yo, I think it should just be a rematch for being a close fight.
Because I feel
even if it's a clear cut winner.
On all joints, they shouldn't run it back all the time. I feel like it's situational though.
That's what I'm saying. Some styles just make for good. Like, it's some niggas that you gonna see, right? That for whatever reason, y'all just a good matchup for each other. You can be way better than this nigga, but when y'all see each other, y'all just a good matchup for each other. And every time y'all run it, it's just gonna be a close matchup.
Hey yo, this some new shit though, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
So this is what happened with Pacquiao and Marquez. They fought 4 times. Mm-hmm. Every time they fought, it was a good fight. Pacquiao got knocked out in the 4th fight. It was the first fight was a draw. Mm-hmm. Pacquiao won the second 2, but some people say he robbed Marquez. and then the fourth fight he got knocked out. Every fight looked exactly the same. You get what I'm saying? Eric Morales versus Barrera. Every fight looked the same. Arturo Gatti versus Mickey Ward. Every fight looked the same. Styles make fights. So I'm saying that I think that every time Tank and Lamont Roach fight, it's going to go to the decision, and it's going to look the same way that it looked. One of them might get a little bit better of the other one, and it might go back and forth. But it's going to look the same way because it's a divisional game. They know each other. You get what I'm saying? It don't make me think no different about either one of the guys. I'm not saying that they shouldn't run it back. I'm saying that it's bigger fish to fry.
Hey, yo, fry fish, all that shit. But a draw should be a start of a rivalry, my nigga. Like, yeah, y'all niggas know each other, and that's what's up. Y'all grew up together. All right, cool. But that just add to it. That means y'all niggas is supposed to still be fighting. That is a rivalry. You get what I'm saying? So
it don't mean that they gotta. That's not what I'm saying, bro. It don't mean that they gotta run it right back.
When in history is like, other than like this new age shit, when in history did the draw just be the end? Y'all niggas tied. Go fight each other. Different niggas. That never happened.
Let's say that they run it back and have the same fight that they didn't have just now had.
Then that's fate. I'm not mad at that, but at the same time, just leaving it where it is, that never happened until this recent shit. It's no, and at any other time in boxing, nigga could have won. It just could have been a back and forth fight, and they was gonna run that shit back. You won. You beat me. But it was a good fight. Niggas gonna run that shit back. That's how boxing always been. It was times in boxing where nigga say, hey, yo, that was a close fight. I hope they say it's a draw so they can run it back. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, how is it hot? They gotta run it back. You can't leave it like that. Dana White wouldn't allow this. Like, this is crazy.
Speaking of Dana White, y'all ready to get off, Tank? No fight. Yeah. Speaking of Dana White, give me room to breathe on this one, all right? I'm reading from an article here. I'm going to just read the first couple paragraphs, all right? Turki Al-Sheikh, the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, on Wednesday announced the creation of a new boxing promotion alongside TKO, the conglomerate that comprises the UFC and WWE, with executive leadership anchored by UFC President Dana White and WWE President Nick Khan. While a name for the new venture was not disclosed, the promotion did announce a plan to stage its first boxing event in 2026 and include a highly structured system to develop new talent from around the world, including athlete combines and academies. Boxers will have access to the state-of-the-art UFC Performance Institute with locations in Vegas, Mexico City, and Shanghai, and it will be TKO's production and media team that will handle the in-arena experience and worldwide broadcast.
That's three great cities to do that in.
What the fuck I tell you on episode 1?
What you say on episode 1?
The shit need to be a little WWE-ish.
I remember you saying that. I was just hoping you was gonna say, nigga, you ain't say that. I was waiting for that. But I remember you saying that. And honestly, that's how they gonna make money. And that's why they gonna make more money than, like, not make more money than boxing, because boxing so many different entities. Mm-hmm. But hey, yo, it's always gonna be more entertaining. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about predetermined results or niggas, knowing who gonna win before the shit happen. I'm talking about the production aspect. Yeah. You feel me? I feel like that shit gonna look crazy. Yeah. It is. Even like the call outs and all that other stuff, like, they already started shifting into that. That's why Kobe Covington said, like, yo, I was 7-0, they was ready to cut me. Like, they already they can't come out and say, JC, you gotta become a character.
They not doing that, bro.
They
not doing that.
Hey, bro, it's a reason why the brash. Hey, all right, say like Masvidal, right? Masvidal is a career journeyman, my nigga. At the same time, yo come out that bitch with the Scarface shit on. Yo, a Cuban. Yo, from Miami.
That don't mean that he trying to be that mean that he being who
but
he
we
is,
are going to
bro.
use this shit to market.
it don't that's totally different than what you're saying. Like some people really be.
Why they like him with the haircut?
Colby Covington, cause he wasn't knocking people out. Even Joe, he went on Joe Rogan, bro, and Joe Rogan even said he had a switch in his career that he was like, bro, I'm not ready to just fight these niggas and go to decision. I'm ready to knock these niggas the fuck out. And he went on a tear. Yeah. And that's when he became a star.
He really didn't go on a tear. He beat two people.
It don't even matter how he beat them.
Two people.
It don't even matter.
But that shit was like...
But it don't even matter. How he beat them two people made him who he was. Made people get into him how they got into him. So when he had the haircut, he was going to decision, losing and all that shit. He was knocking niggas the fuck out when he was doing what he was doing. So it's not like niggas just everybody take the Colby Covington route, bro. Don't like nah, bro. Don't do that, bro. Niggas don't. Everybody don't do that, bro. It's some people enhance that like money. When you get the money that you wanted growing up, it enhances who you always wanted to be. So it's not always a nigga trying to be something different than he is. It's in him enhancing himself.
I ain't arguing with that. That's a fact. At the same time, I do feel like these niggas be being extra sometimes. Like, say, Henry Cejudo. That nigga was the king of cringe. Why are you going out your way to be cringy, my nigga? Because you feel like it's marketable, and that's your character. These niggas all do it. Even Rampage Jackson with the coming out that bitch with the leash and ooh, they was trying to be seen. You do something to bring more attention to yourself. Else you end up being the nigga like Kamaru Usman that gotta beat 100 straight people before niggas like accept the fact that you ain't going nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Or what's the name? A nigga like Demetrius Johnson who only really care about playing the game, but he really better than all y'all niggas. But he ain't doing no crazy shit. He ain't fucking with no coke. He ain't beating no bitches up. So you don't really hear from him. That like it's a reason why Conor McGregor got kind of pushed to the front. He good behind a microphone. They like that type shit.
It's always been that way, bro. That's not no WWE shit. It's all the most marketable people in the history of sports has always been somebody that can talk good behind them.
Why is Bilal Muhammad not praised in the UFC?
It's always been somebody that can talk good behind a mic that's marketable, that got a marketable look. However that marketable look is, I can't tell you the structure for that shit. But Muhammad Ali was marketable because of what he was marketable for. Sugar Ray Leonard was marketable for what he was marketable for. Oscar De La Hoya was marketable for that. You can't just say that they was trying to go out their body and the promoters was trying to push some shit. Like, no, bro. People wanted to pay their money to come see these people. At the end of the day, it don't matter the antics and all of that shit. That's secondary shit. People was paying their money to come see these people. People is going to pay their money to come see Conor McGregor because that same nigga that he was saying 50 G's is the same nigga that he is today.
Hey, yo, that's not the truth. The highest paid niggas in MMA is the niggas that's characters. Nate Diaz, whether he being real or not, he's a character. He animated as fuck. He get out there, he bloody, he doing this, he throwing the middle finger, he cussing, he saying all the wrong
that's
shit.
That's his real personality.
That's
his real personality.
But he's like 500 for his career, so why is he the most popular nigga?
It don't matter because that's what people are attracted to because that's his personality.
And they market that shit.
I'm telling you that's his personality, bro. That's what they can market.
I get it, but I'm not saying whether you faking or not. I'm just saying they gonna market that nigga more than they market Bilal Muhammad. Bilal Muhammad has really done more in his career than Nate Diaz ever done. But niggas don't look at him like he better than Nate Diaz.
That's the because you can't convince people.
Nate Diaz ain't never been a champion.
You can't convince people with the like. You can't convince people what they attracted to, bro.
And that's why the UFC know that. And they like it's a reason why Conor McGregor 0-6 in his last 6 fights and he's still the number one nigga. Niggas is still waiting because the press conference is gonna be dope. He gonna get up there and say some funny shit. He's a character. Now I'm not saying he faking, he not him. He being him. At the same time, he's more entertaining than even a nigga like Francis Ngannou. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's better with the microphone. So they gonna put that nigga.
What's your point, though?
The fact that we was talking about them being more WWF. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that, or WWE. So they are transitioning to being more WWE because the hard-working nigga that George St. Pierre wouldn't be as popular in today's time because he wasn't talking that much. He just was beating niggas up.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like now the nigga that's good behind the microphone, they gonna try to force the issue. He's gonna be in front of the microphone. You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. They not you. That's your narrative that you trying to spin. In reality, Alex Pure don't speak a lick of English. He's a big star in the UFC. You get what I'm saying?
He's a special case. He's a special case. Khabib is one of them niggas. Khabib is a special case.
Islam too. Because they get in there. This what I want you to know, bro. Everybody don't take the same path to superstardom.
I get that.
But listen, if God put you here to become a superstar, you will become that.
Yeah, I get
because
that.
you're gonna get on the stage with the nigga that they gave the microphone to and beat him.
I feel like I get that. I get that.
That's the point. So it's not uneven. At the same time, you're gonna meet that nigga. Khabib is nowhere near as good behind the microphone as Conor McGregor, but he met him in a ring because they met on the same stage because he worked his ass off to get to the same point. So it's not uneven. Don't act like they gonna just push the nigga to the front. Don't act like they just gonna push the nigga to the front that's good with the mic and he never gonna have the seat of a nigga. No, bro, you don't have to be good on the mic, bro. You can stay in your lane, do what you do, have your own core fan base, and work your way to the top. You don't gotta go outside your body to be somebody that you don't want to be to become a superstar.
That damn sure ain't true for real. These niggas be what's name?
How they could become a superstar?
Sean O'Malley got colorful hair. This nigga been screeched the whole time for real. Now he in the spotlight. He got colorful hair and all that shit. He know that shit bring attention. You see it. He's trying to be seen. He's trying to be marketable.
That don't have nothing to do.
He say he want to be the most marketable nigga since Conor McGregor.
That don't have.
They are purposely trying to be more marketable. Some niggas just so happen to be corny and they not capable of doing it.
That don't have nothing to do with that. I'm not saying that they not trying to be more marketable. That's not even my point. I'm saying that you acting like the UFC give these niggas favors over the hard working nigga, and that's not the case, bro. Because the hard working
nigga sell more tickets, he's gonna get the chance before the nigga that's actually tough as a motherfucker that don't like what's the name of I'm trying to think of like Jared Cannonier tough as a motherfucker, but it's niggas that's way like worse than yo that be getting main event shit before yo because he's not a flashy nigga. Yo be out that bitch looking like the superintendent of your apartment building.
No,
every time.
Jared Cannonier lost the niggas, bro. Don't act like Jared Cannonier is this nigga
this
like
MMA. Everybody lost to niggas.
Yeah, but no, he lost to the niggas that you saying that then got main event shit.
I'm just saying that
like,
it's niggas that
he lost to those niggas.
Nate Diaz got like 12 losses. He lost to everybody, but he's the most popular nigga. What's up?
Shout out to y'all. 6313, baby. I got a question. Me and Skrilla in the chat geeking, right? Speaking on this new league with Turkey, Dana White, and Nick Khan, TKO. We wanted to ask y'all about the money situation. Now, Skrilla came out the gate and was like, nigga, they getting peanuts. I said, I ain't no nigga, but then I did some investigation. So it says the company shall guarantee the boxer the opportunity to participate in bouts every 5 months during the term commencing within the first bout that they sign a contract, and shall make good faith efforts to offer boxers the opportunities to participate in 4 bouts during the year. The pay scale is $20,000 for a 10-round bout by an unranked fighter, $50,000 when ranked by the company at 5 to 10.
Sound like UFC.
$125,000 when ranked by the company 3 to 4. $375,000 when challenging for a company championship, and $750,000 when defending a company championship.
I like it.
And Skrilla also said this shit smell like Dana White.
Yes. Yep. I like it because rich niggas don't fight good.
So I was thinking this isn't gonna be for the best of the best fighters, bro. This is gonna be like a breeding ground. This sounds like a breeding ground situation.
This sound like some up and coming shit.
Yeah, for sure.
But
JC, how you feel about the money though?
I mean, I think that's what most boxers deserve. Like if in reality, $750,000 for one night. So for one night's work is a lot of money. And I'm not saying that you didn't spend a lot of money on training camps and coaches and nutritionists, and I'm not saying that you didn't do that, but most people not even doing that. You feel me? So
Nigga said, I
like,
can't even ask about the money they beefing right now. No, he not.
Nah, that was
Yeah.
5 minutes ago, nigga.
yeah.
That's funny.
Go
So yeah, I can't even like. To me, I think that the UFC fighters get paid a good amount of money, and a lot of them be getting paid on the back end more than what the official per show. You get what I'm saying?
Get them
So
bonuses and shit.
yeah, bro. Like I think
So you think that pay is fair?
these fighters, bro, be making more than doctors and lawyers and shit like that.
All
bro.
right.
Hey yo,
Um,
I just think fighting in general is a poor man's sport, and it's a reason why Dana White can just throw a show together. Nigga can miss weight, they just puzzle piece that shit together and make something happen, and you still have a good show because these niggas are still fighting for something. It take a long time for a MMA nigga to get to that silk pajamas moment. You get what I'm saying? So I like it for real. Like, not to say that I ain't with niggas getting their money. At the same time, they fighters. As a fan, I want to be entertained. And these niggas seem like they making a whole lot of it. And that's why a lot of these fights ain't happening. So, yeah, bruh. Like, nah. It's kind of like in basketball. These niggas is making so much money that they ain't even hooping no more. They just like, bruh, nigga, I'm getting it, nigga. I'm getting it, bruh. Fuck can you tell me, nigga?
Yeah, it watered
you
down
owe
the-
me $200 million.
Yeah, it watered down the sport, and I think that fighters should get what they generate, but in reality, it's only a few fighters in the sport, maybe 5, that generate different kind of money. In reality, all of these fighters generate around the same because they not that popular, and not only is they not that popular, streaming is different now.
Right.
So a lot of people was not
The money
buying
different,
pay-per-views. Yeah, a lot of people was not buying pay-per-views how they was back then. Like, so
Hey yo, but like I don't know. Like I just feel like I don't know, these niggas not doing as much no more to get what they want for real. Like remember like when Sam Bradford got all that money and the NFL had to be like, hey bro, we making a rule. Rookie quarterbacks can only make this amount of money. And they kind of reset, right? Now they back up to the top again. But they had a reset moment where it's like, hey, bro, this shit getting out of hand. Y'all niggas don't deserve all this money. You got to earn the money before you get the money. I don't think there's nothing wrong with having a reset in boxing.
Yeah.
I think it need a hard reset.
Yeah.
Start all this shit the fuck over. Throw the belts in the trash, all that shit. Like, I think it need go further.
Because Frank, this is what I'm gonna say. Like, you got a situation like you got Boots Ennis and Brian Norman Jr., right? So Brian Norman Jr., the most he ever made was $100,000, right? Boots, and I don't even like really getting in the niggas' purses, but Boots and Eddie Hearn offered him over $1.7 million for a unification fight.
From that point, shut the fuck up and sign that shit.
Yeah, so not even on the money aspect, you get the chance to fight for another belt. Boots is the best fighter that you can fight. That's, you get what I'm saying? In and around, like, that's offering you a fight. That's the best fight that you can make. You fighting for another belt, an undefeated guy, the biggest stage that you can get, a main event, and for the most money that you ever made by I don't even know how much. He turned the fight down, saying that he want $2 million. And it's like, bro, you ain't even never made $250,000.
Yeah.
You asking for $2 million.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because you became a champion and you just, like
that is your pay grade, your pay raise. If you 1.7, my nigga, and you only made 100,000, bro. 1.7, you should have been like, yeah, hell yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah.
right, exactly.
Hell yeah.
You feel me? When at first,
Now it's negotiation, so you do start high. So when they ask me, hey yo, what you want for this fight? $5 million. You get what I'm saying? All right, well we do you negotiate up down. All right, now we end at 1.7. I'm cool with that, but anything outside of that, you outpricing yourself, and that's why fights don't happen. Nah, and then niggas don't even know you, Mr. Jordan Jr.
The thing is though, you still outpricing yourself from the jump. Because me as a businessman, right? Soon as you would have said 5 million, now I know you was just playing.
Yeah, I was joking.
But
yeah.
soon as you would have said something like that, like 3 million, I'd have been like, all right, no fight. And went on my way.
To the next
because nobody, Brian Norman Jr. right now is ready to fight on Michaela Mayer undercard.
Yeah.
He's ready to fight on Michaela Mayer undercard. And he could have been fighting the same fight that we ready to get Boots and Stanionis. I wanted to bring that up. I'm going to bring that up a little later. I think that's going to be the fight of the year. One of the fights of the year. But he could have been unifying with Boots. Stanionis getting the opportunity because, you get what I'm saying? Like, you fighting on Michaela Mayer undercard and you could have been unifying with Boots. So, it's situations like that where people be feeling like they worth just a little too much more than they really is.
Say less. All right, niggas, it's 8 o'clock. Normally around that time we get into the UFC action, but I know y'all wanted to get to the dream fight shit.
I mean, yeah, we can. Yeah. It's whatever. For real.
I want to get to the dream fights, nigga. What's going on? Because I got 5 for y'all off break.
Hey, yo, the one I really want to say, the first one I want to think about is Aaron Pryor and Pernell Whitaker at 140.
Okay.
140 pounds.
Every time we mention Aaron Pryor, I gotta say with the one that I mix or without the one that I mix. It depends on which Aaron Pryor we talking about. But all the Aaron Pryor's tough motherfuckers. But I don't. Sweet P ain't got no allegations. Yo really jumped like 3-4 weight classes. You get what I'm saying? Easy. Like, I'm gonna go with Sweet P, bro. And
I'm gonna go with Aaron Pryor, bro, because Aaron Pryor was when we talk about the definition of like the pace of the fights being different back then. Aaron Pryor was the definition of that, like a guy that fought at a real high pace where you can categorize him as a pressure fighter, but he's still moving his head. He's still defensively responsible. Like, you don't see him getting hit with no big knockout punches too often. Like,
but who a pressure fighter or he might be a slicker of the pressure fighters, but that's what made Aaron Pryor the fact that he just a tough ass nigga that keep fighting. You get what I'm saying? But which one of them niggas made Sweet P look bad? That was a pressure fighter. Like,
none of them
really beat Julio Cesar Chavez, which would be the...
But this is what you got to factor. So you got to take in different factors because styles make fights. Is Julio Cesar Chavez as athletically gifted as Aaron Pryor? Is he as tenacious as Aaron Pryor? Maybe tenacious, but in a different way. But in a different way, because Chavez is fighting from the mid-range to the end-range and, catching and countering. Not really walking you down to, like, walking you down. Yeah, but to an extent, though. He fighting from the mid-range. Like, Aaron Pryor is throwing punches and he boxing, but it's a way different style. That's a way different style than Chavez.
I'm thinking coming forward is what Pernell wants you to do. He don't, like, Pernell ain't, like, not to say he can't walk you down, but he a counter puncher. He be defensive and do that slick shit that he be doing. But, so if you could give him opportunities to be himself,
not even walking you down though. Aaron Pryor could probably throw punches from standing in front of him. You get what I'm saying? He was a little bigger, I feel like, and he could stand right in front of him and throw a lot of punches, not even like pushing the pace too much. Stand right in front of him and throw his hands. So, bro, it's a lot to be able to. It's one thing to be able to get out of the way of a lot of shots.
You said Sweet P. I said Sweet P. Skrilla say Sweet P.
I got Aaron Pryor because it's one thing to be able to slip a bunch of punches, but can you counter? And when Sweet P go to counter Aaron Pryor is still gonna be punching. So that's the thing. That's the whole thing about it. Like, and he tough enough to take a punch. So the thing is, like, yeah, can Sweet P dodge 8 punches? Yeah, but when do he have the time to punch back? And when he go to punch back, Shorty gonna still be in his face punching. So that's the fact that y'all not taking into it. But I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Like, it's like Sweet P done fought a bunch of niggas that you would have thought would have been able to like smother them with punches, bigger niggas and all that shit. He ain't never looked. If anything, got robbed. Got robbed a bunch of times for real. Like, he really wasn't losing to niggas.
Sweet P was cool.
And what's the biggest weight class Aaron Pryor fought at?
probably four.
40?
Probably 47.
Yo, like that means Sweet Pea kind of a bigger nigga. Or he just was a dog fighting up. Either way, they like I ain't saying either one of them is more dog than the other. Cause I think Pernell was a dog, he just was super, super, super slick. And this nigga just seemed like he got a lunchbox and a hard hat all the time. You get what I'm saying? So they just two different types of niggas, but I think that slick part, like, cause they both dogs. I think the slick side going, you get what I'm saying? You kind of playing into what he want to do. He want to be slick. He wants you to throw punches. You get what I'm saying? He want to move and counter off. He want to make you do that shit. So I think that you putting him in his own playground, I don't think that work out well for you.
You would have thought that would. See, y'all said the same thing with Tank, right? Like you would have thought that a guy standing right in front of him, walking him down the whole time, wouldn't have been able to upstand for 12 rounds.
We talking about that's Tank, not Pernell, though.
But let me get to my point. Y'all think that y'all was acting like Tank was so slick that if anybody was to walk him down, like when I was talking about Lomachenko going to make him open up because Lomachenko going to be throwing a bunch of punches and doing a bunch of shit right in front of him. Y'all like, no, that's what Tank want. He wants you to open up so he can counter and this and that. And a nigga like Lamont Roach standing right in front of him. Lamont Roach ain't no super slick nigga, ain't got no super slick head movement or none of that. He's standing right in front of him, walking him down. And you would have thought that Tank would have knocked him out, but he didn't because he was making him pay. He was punching while Tank was punching. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. At all that defensive slick shit can be cool. Like he can make Aaron Pryor miss a bunch of punches, but when does he has the time to punch back? And when he punched back, Aaron Pryor still gonna be punching. So you gotta take that into account. And I ain't saying that it wouldn't be a close fight because I think it'll be a close fight. It won't be just one sided, but like yeah.
I don't know. I think without the one that I mixed, I got Sweet Pea. Mm-hmm. With the one that I mixed, he is gonna be able to put a insurmountable amount of pressure on yo to make him. You get what I'm saying? Like that's different. But without the one that I mixed,
All right, Skrilla got two for y'all.
Yeah.
He said Sugar Ray Leonard versus Floyd, and then Larry Holmes versus George Foreman.
Sugar Ray Leonard versus Floyd. I got Sugar.
I got Sugar.
And
it ain't even really like hard for me to think about. Like I got Sugar.
If I would have to see a different Floyd, it can't be Money Mayweather. Like you're not going to sit here.
But the thing is, if they would have fought though, because if you think though, if they would have fought, like the last Floyd even say his last great performance was against Arturo Gatti, and that was at 140. He came up to 147 and fought Zab Judah, and I think that was his last great performance for real. And after that, it was all no knockouts.
I thought Zab could have beat him if he wasn't undisciplined as fuck.
So after it was no knockouts after that though. You get what I'm saying? So if we talking about him fighting Sugar Ray Leonard, it would have been at 147. And I think Sugar Ray Leonard probably would have stopped him. He stopped his father. And I think Floyd obviously better than his father, but he got the same style. To a different level. His father is a poor man's version of him, we would say. You get what I'm saying? But I think Sugar Ray Leonard probably would have stopped him in like the 12th round. Good fight back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at Sugar Ray Leonard fighting Benitez, Duran, like it ain't nothing that I think Floyd could have presented to him that he ain't see. You get what I'm saying? Like he fought Benitez, he fought his father, Benitez, Duran, Hearns, Hagler, like.
And Sugar Ray is arguably faster. He's definitely bigger.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't know. He fought his father.
Sugar Ray
beat his father who trained him. You get what I'm saying?
He
like
might fuck him up.
Yeah, like
what y'all think about Holmes versus Foreman, and then I got one for y'all.
Which all right, that's Skrilla.
Yeah.
Young
Skrilla,
Foreman.
that's what I was ready to say. Like
Foreman.
Foreman with the bush or the baldy.
Honestly, I
4
kind of
minute
don't
debate.
think it matter. I'm watching the fight in my head,
4 minute
and he
piece,
jabbing
bro.
the shit out both of them.
Who, Holmes?
Yeah, he jabbing the shit out both of them niggas.
I don't know.
Like, I'm watching the shit in my head. He is slapping the shit out, yo, as he coming forward doing this shit. He coming forward, and every now and then one of them just bitches getting
No.
through, and he throwing the cross. And
I think Young George beat Larry Holmes.
The fuck up.
I think Old George. I think Larry Holmes. I'm gonna go on record and say this. Larry Holmes beat Old George. He schooled Old George. But Young George with that fro.
Skrilla said Young Form.
Young George that hit Joe Frazier in the back of his head
Yeah.
and slapped Ken Norton all the way across the ring.
Hey yo, but Larry
The fuck
Holmes.
up.
Hey yo, Larry Holmes was
The fuck
skilled,
up.
right? Larry Holmes
Yeah,
was skilled,
For sure.
but yo was like ugly skilled.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? Like
Slow.
he's still a mean
but
nigga.
you gotta think of it like when you thinking of these fights, right? You gotta think of it like if they coming up at the same time. So just think of like how Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns like fought at the mesh. Like you get what I'm saying? They came up at the same time they fought. Just think about it like that. Don't think of like this nigga got all the experience. Like no, think of Larry Holmes as a young nigga, George Foreman as a young nigga.
The nigga that trained with Ali versus the tough nigga that was knocking everybody out. But that nigga got power too. And he a big nigga too. You get what I'm saying? He gonna be able to keep you at bay. Cause he not no little he a country nigga, he ain't no bitch. Like I don't know, yo. I love George. But at the same time, Larry might box his head off, bruh. And he tough. He not a no bitch. He not just throwing shots. He can hurt yo. You get what I'm saying?
Respect the
So
line.
he's
Respect the line.
slick and can hurt him. And
I respect it.
bruh, I don't know. Like,
I wouldn't call Larry slick, but
What y'all think about Triple G versus Hagler? Skrilla got Hagler, I got Triple G.
boom. Look, all right, boom.
You like that one?
Neither one of these niggas is gonna hurt each other.
that's the chin of the century.
You like that
bro.
one?
Neither one of these
Bro, they
niggas
got
is
the best chins. Other than Canelo, bro, they got the best chins I've seen.
neither one of these niggas is gonna hurt each other. It's going to 12, right? But it's gonna be man shit versus man shit. You get what I'm saying? They gonna fight, right? You get what I'm saying? Like Hagler, hard hat nigga.
They gonna meet in the
This
middle,
nigga
too.
a Russian or
Every
Ukraine,
time.
whatever he is from over there for real. He one of them niggas. And the only thing I'm gonna say is that Marvin Hagler could switch it. So
Okay.
he is more slicker of a nigga than Triple G.
Triple G.
So I think that Marvin would edge the decision, but I don't think Marvin would knock him out. I don't think he can hurt Marvin. I think they gonna just fight. I think that shit would cause a nuclear holocaust for real. Like, I think that it would be a nuclear winter for real. Like,
You like that one?
yeah, like it would be terrible for real. Like, it would be a great fight. It'd be a great
He
fight.
still ain't recovered. What you got, JC?
I just
Yes.
watched it in my mind for real. Like, it was a great fight.
Yes.
It was dope. I seen it in my head for real. Like, I'm watching it now for real. They hitting each other.
It's getting slapped.
Yeah, they hitting each other for real,
Yeah,
real
it's a
hard.
great fight, yo.
But I think
Ayo, like, I want to say Triple G just because he said Hagler, but damn, bro, like, this some
Skrilla
like
said Hagler too.
this
I
some
said
this
Triple
some
G.
this
yo.
a draw type shit. Like this some 7-5.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like niggas claiming robbery type shit like that. Like I don't even know because I know that Triple G jab he's so strong from here to here. You get what I'm saying? Where he don't gotta load up a punch. His hand's so heavy, where he's so strong from here to here.
Bop, bop.
And I think that he'll be touching Marvin Hagler like consistently, but I think that Marvin Hagler is a better athlete and could do more things. So, bro,
not
I
to
don't
mention
know, bro. Like,
Marvin Hagler is like the definition of a yellow hard hat ass nigga.
yeah.
You get what I'm
I feel
saying?
like
Like,
Triple G is that for over there though.
no,
Exact-
yeah, that's the point.
That's the
Yeah.
thing, like,
that's why
but-
I'd go to 12.
Yeah, it'll go to 12, but it's like I think that Triple G will be touching him more oftenly because he don't gotta load up. Like he don't. Marvin Hagler more.
But he
you get
gonna
what I'm
be
saying?
there. That,
Marvin Hagler more coming from the hooks and the uppercuts.
but he's gonna be there. That Triple G is gonna be there to be hit.
Is that gonna be?
Yeah,
any...
but in the midst of him being hit, he gonna be touching him. He don't load up with his jab, bro. His
He
jab,
can show him different
He done knock
looks.
niggas out with the jab.
He can switch
He done
it.
knock niggas out with the jab, bro.
But
He can switch it. He can show him different looks constantly.
Yeah.
I like that.
You get what I'm saying? That's a different intent. Like that's
He
why
don't
I give him the
you
edge.
know he don't switch it like Crawford though or somebody. Like he ain't really like on some slick ass shit. He just turned it.
No,
Like,
he would be if he was one of them niggas. He just not. That nigga probably sleep in steel toe boots. For real. That when yo said the silk pajama shit, he still was getting up.
But you say Crawford is one of them niggas. Crawford, that's why.
Crawford one of them niggas
That's
too.
why I
Yeah,
told you
Crawford
when I
one of them
told you
niggas
that
too.
before. You looked at me like it was crazy. I said, bro, Crawford remind me of the Hagler of this generation. You looked at me all crazy, and I'm like, bro, that's why I look at him like that.
Because I don't like fight style. I think he Tommy Hearns of this generation. Like if Tommy Hearns would have, like if Tommy Hearns would have been able to stay at 47 for a little longer for real, like or if he, I think he Tommy Hearns if he fought now, but. Like far as mentality, like how he carry it, I do think he the Marvin Hagler for real because he seemed like he fixed niggas air conditioning units. Like he just seemed like he do hard work all day.
Skrill got another one for y'all. He had two, but I like the second one better.
No, go ahead, tell us both of them.
All right, the first one was okay. Battle of best heavyweight jabs. Holmes versus Ox, right?
I don't think Lennox Lewis got the third best heavy. I think he got like the third or fourth best
Who you
heavyweight
picking in the
jab.
fight? Holmes. That's your man.
Oh, Lennox Lewis and
Lennox
Larry
Lewis,
Holmes.
I don't even know it. I never even thought about that.
I never thought about that. I
never thought about
I like
thought
the
about
next
that.
fight way better.
Hold up.
That's a
Hold
dope
up.
shit. That's no
I
fight.
never
That's
thought
no
about
fight.
that though.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Like I
bring it down.
never, you get what I'm saying? Like
No
I
fight.
think about a shit a bunch of times. I never thought about this.
Skrilla, you gotta relax.
Yeah,
Skrilla,
that's
you gotta
dope
relax.
fight.
Can this
for
hold
real.
up?
Cause we both been writing dream fights. Like,
Give me
I got-
Larry, bro.
You going Larry?
Larry, cause this is the man without a land and he doesn't have a plan. Cause he's from
Yes.
Canada, Jamaica, and goddamn the UK.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? And my man Larry Holmes is from where, Cheetah?
that's the Eastern Assassin.
Alabama.
No, Eastern
Come
Michigan.
on, Cheetah. You was supposed to have.
He the
it right
Eastern
there.
Assassin. He the Eastern Michigan. Yeah, he the Eastern Assassin. He from Eastern, wherever Eastern at. He from that
Gee, who
motherfucker.
you got in that fight, yo? Before we get to the second one.
Hold on, who was it again? He threw me off track. Larry Holmes
Holmes
versus
versus Ox, yo.
Shiza. All right, look, I'm gonna say Larry Holmes, but just for the fact that, like, all right, if the best Lennox Lewis show up, I got Lennox Lewis. But Lennox Lewis be playing around sometimes and he lose to niggas he not supposed to lose to. Not to say that Larry Holmes one of them niggas or he would play with you, but I'm just saying that at any given time, you might have could have beat Lennox Lewis. So the Lennox Lewis with the long dreads, I got Lennox Lewis.
They said Eastern Pennsylvania, yo.
Easton. I ain't never say I knew where it was at. It's
All right,
the
say
Easton.
less, go ahead.
He the Eastern Assassin.
All right,
I
go
know
ahead.
that much.
I got Larry, bro. Cause I just feel like Lennox could be had, bro. Like if you was a nigga in his generation that had I feel like he got the benefit of being from the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know where he from, first of all. But that's where he
I know he only got two. He
You know
lost
what
to
I'm saying?
Oliver McCall and
he
Hassan
had the
Rodney.
benefit of having
Baltimore.
them promoters,
Stand
and
up.
them promoters is going to make the right fights for you at the right time. It's the same way that they tried to move Anthony Joshua, right? So, not saying that Anthony Joshua is as good as Lennox, but they tried to move him in the same kind of ways. They tried to market Anthony Joshua as the next or the better. You know what I'm saying? They tried to market
And
Anthony
not at
Joshua as
all.
that. But listen, they tried to market him as that. So they make the right fights at the right time. If you think about it, when him and Deontay Wilder was the biggest fight, they could have made it. They kind of was, maybe not too interested in it. The Tyson Fury fight, they're not too interested in it. They making the right fights at the right time. So, and I feel like Lennox Lewis benefited from that to an extent, but he still was an all-time great heavyweight. I think top 5.
I think like if it's jab versus jab, I like Larry Holmes' jab better. But I feel like that Lennox at times was a little chinny. And Larry Holmes ain't no bitch. He gonna put that shit on you. They both had power. I say Larry, bruh. Lennox a little bigger. So I don't think Larry Holmes ever fought too many guys that were bigger than him. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I would say Larry. I would say Larry. But I'm trying to watch the fight in my mind. You get it's almost a boring fight. It seemed like just a bunch of jabs and Larry Holmes trying to kind of press the issue a little bit for real. I don't know, yo. I would go with Larry though, for real. Like I think Larry just came up at the wrong time, where it wasn't really a bunch of heavyweights. But Larry was the shit though, yo.
You want to hear the second fight?
Yeah, it was the second fight.
The second fight piqued my interest.
Okay.
Because this our man, yo.
Who?
Holyfield.
Okay.
He had Skrilla. He had Holyfield versus Usyk.
Usyk. That's kind of like the. You get what I'm saying? People been talking about that like a lot lately, but I would say Holyfield, yo. I would say Holyfield. All right. Usyk would be a big heavyweight in Holyfield's era. So that kind of make me, a little leery, especially since he a nimble-ass, super big-ass heavyweight. But I think Holyfield just such a dug. Like, Holyfield, me personally, I feel like Holyfield's best attribute is the fact that if you hit him, he gonna hit you back. And you know how boxers try to play that game like, oh, you go, now I go, now you go, I go. It's a little break in between, for real. We reset, you start your shit, I try to counter your shit. Holyfield not playing that game. You get what I'm saying? He gonna make it ugly, he gonna fight you. So I don't know if Usyk ever been in a fucking fight, because Holyfield mother told him that he better not lose this fight, and he ain't trying. If you seen any Holyfield interview, he gonna mention his mother. For real, he kind of like he like the Bobby Boucher of boxing, for real. But I don't know, yo. I just feel like Holyfield not great. Let yo have that, for real. He great. You get what I'm saying? Because he a cruiserweight that moved up too. So and not to mention Holyfield was on the shit too.
Facts.
Holyfield was on the shit, so you're gonna have to deal with that Holyfield.
Holyfield Usyk.
Big ass, nimble, heavy. Usyk is a giant in Holyfield.
I'm gonna say Holyfield, bro, because I just think toughness and grit go a long way. But Usyk advantage that he had a lot of the times is what Cheatham be trying to say, like a nigga got a Napoleon complex or something like that. But I just recognize the size advantage when a nigga think that he bigger and got a size advantage. It's not always an advantage. Sometimes it could be a disadvantage, because the angles and the speed and the agility, everything that come into play with that. You get what I'm saying? So in today's game, Usyk got an advantage over everybody that he fight because they bigger and slower. Holyfield is not bigger and slower, is a better athlete, or just as good of an athlete. You get what I'm saying? So I think that it's a fight that go the distance. I don't think that either one of them will stop each other. But I think that Holyfield will beat him over 12 rounds, because he'll land more punches. Or it could be a close fight that Usyk could win outboxing. But I think that I got Holyfield. But I think that fight go the distance. I don't think that it's like either one-sided. I think they the best cruiserweights of all time, and they two of the best heavyweights of all time.
All right, Skrilla said this is a dope segment, so we should probably bring this back.
Skrill. Yeah, Skrill.
JC, you opened it up. Then me and Skrilla went back and forth a couple times. Cheat, what you got for a dream fight, John?
Damn, hold up. I gotta get off my shit for a second.
Yeah, hit your list up, nigga.
Cause I called JC about 2 weeks ago. Was talking about this for real, like
Nah, we gonna bring
just
this back
random
for
shit.
Sure.
Keep your one in mind. I'm gonna give us one more. And then
Y'all
anytime.
fuck with Salvador Sanchez?
That's my
Yeah.
guy.
They said
That's my guy.
Salvador
Hold on.
Sanchez versus Lomachenko.
126. That's what they saying.
Yeah,
Who said that?
this from some.
Oh yeah,
other
okay,
shit.
yeah. 126. Damn.
Hey yo,
Cause Lomachenko was
You want to hear what they said about the fight?
what?
Nigga said Salvador Sanchez versus Lomachenko was such an interesting fight. You have a high output boxer puncher in Salvador versus a high output offensive technician in Lomachenko. Salvador Sanchez's mastery of the fundamentals versus Lomachenko's advanced footwork. Both fighters tend to get the better as the fight goes on, so they both be competing to take control throughout the fight. And lastly, the thing that makes this fight so interesting in my mind is that Salvador has the two assets needed to trouble Loma. Excellent timing and dedication to body punching.
yeah.
I'm
bro.
gonna say Salvador because Loma let too many rounds go early. Salvador gonna be coming forward, putting that shit on him for real, and he's slick while he doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't got Loma. I mean, but like I don't think Loma would have the luxury of fighting the same and you like collecting data.
I'm
Nah,
going
nigga, you
against
already be in
Loma,
a
bro.
scrap, my nigga. Like
I
you not
honestly-
collecting
Going against
data. You in a
Loma.
scrap.
But I honestly feel like this a fight that go the distance too. This is not a knockout or a stoppage either way. It's gonna go the distance, and I feel like it's a 7-5 fight either way. And I'm gonna go with Salvador Sanchez, but Lomachenko, bro, is just he different because Salvador Sanchez wouldn't be bigger than him. So all of the data and shit that we seen him collecting, that nigga started developing that theory when he came up to 135 and he started fighting guys that was so much
No, I
bigger
get-
than
yeah,
him.
the
You
great
get what I'm
point.
saying?
Great
When
point.
he was at 126 and he was fighting Gary Russell and all of them niggas he was fighting at 126 and then he was at 130 and fighting all them guys, like he wasn't having the same approach to the fight that he had at that time. Like Lomachenko was much more of a offensive front step fighter than he was at 135.
Gotcha.
So it's just different. Like I think Salvador Sanchez is not bigger than him, and he would have been stepping to him, so it would have been a much more interesting fight. I think it go the distance. It could be a draw. It could be one round or the other. But I'm gonna go with Salvador Sanchez, bro. He the best Mexican fighter of all time. The best, not the greatest, but the best Mexican fighter I've ever seen.
But on the before we got into that, you asked me my dream fight. My dream fight would be David Tua versus Ron Lau.
I don't know the second guy.
Ron Lau, he was one of them niggas that put shit down in the
Look up
in
his
the
highlights.
in the 70s and shit, in the 70s and the 80s, or the 60s and the 70s. The Muhammad Ali eras, he was around there.
Ron Lott. Oh damn, he fought George.
He fought all them niggas for real, and he dropped George.
Shavers. Muhammad. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get some Ron Lott highlights. Wow. Jason.
David Tua versus Ron Lau would be like
Who you got? in
Bob's over Baghdad. I don't know who I got. I'ma say Ron Lau just because he the OG. I'ma give him that for real. Like, but David Tua versus Ron Lau would be like, douche, boom, crash. It would be like a Batman episode for real. It'd be onomatopoeia come across the screen for real. Like, I think that'd be the dopest shit.
I'm gonna go with David Tua, bro. I like David Tua a lot. I think he was like a poor man's version of Mike Tyson, but the best Mike Tyson, not the old Mike Tyson. The best Mike Tyson that you could think of, David Tua was a poor man's version.
I don't think he was nowhere near as athletic, but he was strong.
Ron Lott fucking shit up.
Ron Lau was the shit, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying. He was a powerhouse just like David Tua. He was like cracking shit for real. Like, I think Ron Lau was a little slicker. You get what I'm saying? Like David Tua was peekaboo, but I wouldn't call yo slick. I would just say yo just strong as a bitch. He put hands on you and you die. He got the button. You get what I'm saying? But it's pretty much the battle with the buttons.
Skrilla going with Lau. Now you give Ali that work. Either way, How y'all feel about Pacquiao versus? I'm about to fuck JC up with this one, yo. Pacquiao versus the Prince, yo.
126.
Yep, 126, nigga.
I'm gonna go with Pacquiao, bro, just cause the output. Like I seen Barrera beat your boy up. And the same. That's my boy too. I ain't gonna just call him your boy. That's my boy too. But Barrera beat Prince Nassim up on some technical, just throwing a lot of punches shit. Not playing with him.
And really was beating the fuck out of him, too.
Yeah.
You know what
Had him
somebody
doing
said?
all type of
You know what
shit for
somebody
real,
said?
like in that bitch.
They said he ain't beating the featherweight version of Pac that destroyed Barrera.
Yeah, because Pacquiao beat the fuck out of Barrera. But Barrera beat Chuck.
Styles
You
make
get what I'm
fights.
saying? Yeah, styles make fights. But Pacquiao, this is why I say Pacquiao got a Hall of Fame career. He got like 2-3 different Hall of Fame careers. Because
Damn.
before he even, just think like, before we seen him fight, the niggas that we seen him fight, that was the bigger guys. He fought Eric Morales 3 times. He fought Barrera, I think 3 times. He fought Marquez 4 times. They 3 of the greatest Mexicans all time. They top 5, top 6 Mexicans. All 3 of them right there. You get what I'm saying? All 3 of them, Eric Morales, Barrera, Marquez, Canelo, Salvador Sanchez, Chavez. Like, that's top 6, top 7. You get what I'm saying? All of them is in that mix. He fought all of them niggas like 3 times, 4 times. All of them. Before he even came up in weight. So, like, he had a Hall of Fame career already. But what he did to Barrera was crazy. So, yeah, I think he'd have beat Prince Nassim. But Prince Nassim was that fucking guy, bro. If he would have been
A little bit more fundamentally
Serious.
sound. And it wasn't even that he was wasn't fundamentally sound. Because if you look at young Prince Nassim,
he was that.
He was that.
I
Yeah.
feel
He was
like
the-
he
he
was
wanted a
too,
bet-
he was too athletically gifted for his own awareness, bro.
That's
like,
that's what I tell you about the difference in the best versus the greatest. He's one of the best fighters that I've ever seen, but he's not one of the greatest.
facts.
You get
I
what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
yeah, that's
I like
buzz.
that.
That's buzz. My nigga, that's buzz like a motherfucker.
Prince Nassim was that fucking guy, but bro, when it got down to it,
Yo wanted to fight Floyd.
Yo said,
yeah, 128.
said Oscar.
Prince Nassim, I make it at 128, 130.
All right,
Yeah,
one last fight on the Dream Fight tip, Oscar versus Roy.
No, that's not even.
No,
good.
that
That's
ain't
not-
a dream
Who-
fight.
That's
I hope
from
ain't
Skrilla.
nobody said that's from Skrilla.
Yeah.
No, Skrilla.
Why
you
not?
can't do that, bro.
Why not? I like that one.
Because
Roy
Oscar,
too big.
Oscar. I mean, Roy started at 154, but really became a champion at 160.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Oscar came from 130. His highest weight class was 160, so it's not really a good fight. Bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Roy went to heavyweight.
the heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not really a good fight, bro. That
Good
ain't a
big,
good one, bro.
good big guy beat a good little guy.
This
every
what we
time.
want to know. If we talking about them 2 fighters, I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you both of them though. Roy versus Gerald McClellan.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Oscar versus Alexis Arguello at 140. That's what I want to know.
Okay.
Alexis Arguello is one of my favorite fighters, bro. I like him more than Oscar. So I got Alexis Arguello in that fight at 140.
I don't know.
I got-
Alexis Arguello, Oscar De La Hoya at 140. I got Oscar.
I'll probably go Oscar.
I got Alexis
Oscar.
Arguello.
He nice.
I got Oscar.
That's who. That's who.
Cause you not great.
He keeps
do
saying-
all that Mexican shit with Oscar. He can be slick and he can be Mexican. He can give you the slick side if you be extra Mexican.
He wasn't just slick. He was the slim assassin. You don't know, but he keeps saying that with the juice, Aaron Pryor, the mixed juice. What he was saying?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Arguello was winning that fight for
Yeah.
real until the
that's
juice.
Arguello.
Until the one that I mixed.
ARG.
Arguello. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was winning that fight until the one that I mixed.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yo, fucking niggas up like that, huh?
4 division champion. 126, 130, 135, 140. 4 division champion. Alexis Arguello was that guy.
Hey yo, but hey yo,
The best fighter out of Nicaragua, up in chocolate. You know.
what
Shout
y'all
out
think
Nicaragua.
about Reddick Bowe, Larry Holmes?
Larry Holmes.
I had Reddick Bowe.
Larry
That's
Holmes.
who you got getting Larry Holmes the fuck out of here, Riddick Bowe.
Riddick Bowe was the shit.
Okay.
Larry Holmes.
Riddick Bowe big and going. I think Riddick Bowe. I had Riddick Bowe for real. I think
That's
it's a
all
good
I'ma say,
script.
bro.
What?
Yeah, this
IQ.
nigga Aguayo giving niggas the
Mental,
blues.
bro.
Yeah.
Mental IQ, however you want to put it.
Hey, but Riddick Bowe mental shit wasn't fucked up in the ring. He ain't never had. He wasn't Zab Judah. You get what I'm saying? He gonna fight you. If anything, outside the ring, he was doing dumb shit for real. But in the ring, and except that Andrew Galata fight, it's like, bruh, like to get him out of here. He like Andrew Galata really was beating him up for real. Like Andrew Galata was losing to fight his damn self. But other than him fighting Andrew Galata, like he really beat everybody else the fuck up for real. He got everybody else the fuck out of here.
Skrilla got Holmes.
I got Larry Holmes. Yeah, I got Larry Holmes for sure.
I probably got Holmes in that joint too. Shout out to Riddick though. I fuck with Riddick.
I love Riddick Bowe
But
for
not
real.
against
Like, Riddick Bowe
Holmes.
was tough.
Like all that shit you was kicking for Holmes for Foreman, I feel like would apply to Riddick Bowe.
Because Riddick Bowe bigger than all them. Like how people call like George Foreman nickname was Big. He was Big George Foreman. Riddick Bowe bigger than all them niggas.
Yo said Riddick Bowe after the Holyfield fights fought lazy as shit.
Well,
I
I
can't
mean,
disagree with that.
all right. Well, look,
I remember them
those
fights.
was wars. You get what I'm saying? And I think Riddick Bowe really should have won every last one of those fights.
Really?
Yeah, he won the first and the third. He lost the second, but he was beating the shit out Evander Holyfield until the fan man came. The fan man came,
Yeah.
shit broke up for an hour, and then Holyfield got himself together, started whooping ass because
What-
Holyfield is Holyfield.
Who had the
But
better boxing game?
Holyfield. Holyfield had one of the best boxing games of all time. For real. Real deal. Evander Holyfield, real deal boxing. But, like, Riddick Bowe, really, hold on, what was I saying? Because now I'm thinking about the game
Yeah.
for real. Like,
You saying he was beating Holyfield?
he was beating the shit out.
Yeah,
I think
fan man.
he won all them joints for real. He was winning all them joints for real. They was great fights. One of the best trilogies ever. But Riddick Bowe was winning every fight. Like, damn near convincingly, for real.
Yeah. No, I think Riddick Bowe was that guy, but I think that like just mentally, like if they was in the same era at the same time, I think Larry Holmes would have just been a little more disciplined. He'd have been a little mentally prepared for the fight. I think he'd have beat your boy. I think he'd have beat Riddick Bowe.
Hey, yo, to go beat up Evander Holyfield is something to say, my nigga.
But
Like,
you would've had to
nigga,
go-
it ain't too many niggas that just be like, yeah, I went in there and just whooped on his ass every now and then. Like, yo, really beat yo. Like, he lost the second one. But he, like, I think when the fan man come down, it was like the 7th round. Like, yo was beating the shit out. Yo was beating the shit out of Evander Holyfield up until that point. Then that shit happened, yo recovered. And I guess he got lazy. And Holyfield started whooping on his ass in the second half of that fight. But he really controlled most of them fights. He beat up like a lot of niggas for real. You get what I'm saying? Like other than Galata, like Galata was whooping on his ass. But
That.
So we got like 20 minutes left. I wanted to ask y'all, what's up with y'all pound for pounds right now?
In boxing,
Yeah.
at the top of my head, bro, I'm gonna go with Usyk is the #1 pound for pound fighter right now.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, is the #2.
Mm-hmm.
Terrence Crawford is #3.
What? This shit funny.
What?
You got the exact top 3 as ESPN right now.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford is number
they
3.
they undisputed in 2 weight
Keep going,
classes
keep
for real.
going.
They gotta be the top 3.
Keep going. Who number 4?
B-ball.
Yup. Number 5.
In my book, number 5 is gonna be
Go with your gut. yo.
Canelo.
Nah. Go with your gut for number 5.
Bam.
Better BF. That's what they had.
All right, I'm not mad at that. Better be at number 5. Canelo number 6.
Yup.
Bam number 7.
They got Jesse Rodriguez at number 7.
That's mad.
That's Bam.
All right. Y'all.
Yeah, Bam number 7. I will go with number 8. Javante number 8.
Benavidez.
Benavidez number 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they took his ass off. Benavidez number 8.
Damn, Tank 90. Damn.
Shakur and Devin Haney or Drewton Nakatani.
Nagatani and then Shakur number 10.
Yeah.
Damn, JC.
Hey,
Nah, I gotta dab you up on that shit.
Hey, yo, Squirrel said David Tua versus Ike Ibeabuche.
I missed that one.
Yeah, what the fuck,
Hey,
bro?
yo, no, hold on. That's a great fight, right?
Crazy.
But hold up.
Nigga, like,
Dwight Muhammad Kwawi.
Yeah.
Dwight Muhammad Kwawi. How tall he is?
5'6". He
Exactly.
5'6".
Exactly.
5'6".
Fight at heavyweight. Fought George Foreman.
Yeah.
Fighting Tua.
He fought George Foreman. He
How-
5'6".
How tall
Yeah,
is
that
Tua?
was crazy. David Tua like 5'10".
He 5'6".
I hear you.
Fought George Foreman at
I
heavyweight.
know how you feel, my nigga.
Hey, yo, David Tua, Ike
I already know who you going with.
Ibeabuche for real is retarded though.
Yeah.
Like
Let me look this
hey, yo,
nigga up.
Ike Ibeabuche for real.
Name, yo?
That nigga went crazy for real. Yo
What's
was
his full name?
talking. Yo was saying he was hearing voices and all type of shit. David
Ike
Tua.
Ibeabuche.
I don't think David Tua ever dealt with nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like, but
I'm gonna go with David
I
Tua.
got Dwight. I got
This nigga
Dwight
look
Muhammad
crazy.
Kawi
Little shorty with the
beating
fade.
David Tua though.
Yeah, that.
I got him beating David Tua for real. Cause yo just gonna be on his ass for real. Like, bruh, he gonna be moving too slow. Yo gonna be doing that shit for real, making him miss and throwing him
Any
hooks and
nigga
shit.
with the part up the middle
Oh yo, hey yo, that nigga was
Do I have
scary.
Muhammad
with the
Kawi?
chest, with the taco meat just out.
With your, yeah.
Just with the taco meat out.
Hey yo,
This is where Inoue got that swag. Not Inoue,
Ayo.
and Gagne.
Yeah.
This is where he
yo
got
said
that
he
swag
was.
from, bro.
They said yo said he was hearing voices while he was in the ring.
I believe it.
Hey bruh, nigga, hey yo, bruh, I don't want.
Yeah.
All these niggas tough, bruh, but the nigga that hit out of all us tough niggas, the nigga that be hearing voices, bruh, like
Damn, he fucking shit
move,
up.
yo, bruh, like get your out of here.
Yeah. Giving niggas the blues.
Yeah. Tyson, Ibeabuche would have been crazy too, for real.
Yeah, now that I see this nigga,
Yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Yo went crazy though.
Damn.
I think David Tua though.
You
David
going
Tua, I mean, I ain't mad at that for real. David Tua was putting shit down for real. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I just think Ibeabuche was crazy for real. And now they would have marketed that shit way different. They'd have made Joe like the Undertaker for real. Like they'd have marketed that shit way different. The '90s dropped the ball with Joe.
Facts. But it was already a mic, so
Nah, but Joe was different. Yo was on some like.
was Mike
Didn't Yo
locked
catch
up?
a body?
You want me to fact
Yeah,
check this nigga
yeah.
real quick?
He did
Alright.
something crazy. He killed somebody.
All right, so look, it look,
He
might
killed
not-
somebody.
If he's hearing voices in the ring.
Yeah, he went crazy. He wilded out. He did something violent. I ain't saying he killed nobody. I think he killed
Did
somebody.
that
though.
end his boxing career?
Nah, he went crazy in the middle of.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
After compiling an impressive record of 20-0 with 15 knockouts, my nigga. His natural talent and potential inside the ring was eventually overshadowed by emotional instability and violent tendencies in his personal life. After a series of run-ins with law enforcement, he was imprisoned in Las Vegas in July 1999 after submitting an Alfred plea for charges on some charges I don't even want to get into.
Damn, you can't YouTube say that shit?
I don't want to because I respect him as a fighter, and I don't want to tarnish his fighting legacy.
Fuck
with
that
what
nigga.
did.
What'd he do? But yeah. I mean, if he was hearing voices, my nigga, then, bro, you should
Now, he got out in 2015
be. He was boxing
after
to try boxing
completing
again.
his 16-year sentence without incident. he announced his desire to return to the ring to resume his professional
Yeah, he was trying to
career,
box again.
but was rearrested before his comeback
Oh,
took place.
yeah, no, that's an update for a nigga, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, yo. Yeah, yo, yo crazy, bro. Like, yo, the real kind of crazy. So, I don't know if David Tua ever seen that in the ring. Nigga got a coach that's on his shoulder.
Ike.
Hey, yo, fuck his legacy.
Your boy, the real Ike.
That's
You heard
crazy.
What?
You heard me. But listen,
Hey, yo, that shit just kept taking turns, for real. Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
It does keep
What?
going, but
Hey, yo,
I'm
but
good on
listen,
that.
bro. Hold up, we ready to make a transition real
Go
quick,
ahead,
bro.
JC.
Damn.
I
like-
want to know why is everybody keep ducking Ilya Taporia in the lightweight division? Right? We got to get to this.
Let's talk about it.
I want to know why is everybody keep ducking Ilya Taporia in the
ducking
lightweight division.
Call him out. Who's ducking him?
Your boy Arman Sarukian
Saruki.
and Charles Oliveira then outright ducked this man, bro. And then Islam turned down the fight too. And I'm not gonna say Islam.
Charles ain't
and,
quite
hold
ducking.
on, no,
Charles ain't quite ducking.
no. Yeah, he did. Hold up. No. We ain't gonna do that. We is not gonna get these niggas a pass on here today. Islam didn't duck. Charles did. Charles said that the only way that he would fight Ilya Taporia is that he got the belt.
Yeah,
How is you
that was
gonna say?
retarded.
How is you gonna say that you gonna only fight him if he got the belt? If you don't got the belt, nigga, and he the champion at the lower weight class, so that don't even make sense for you to say. Islam can have a little bit of leverage and say, all right, now he need to get a win. So I'm not blaming Islam for not taking the fight. But Arman Sarukian and Charles Oliveira, y'all know y'all did wrong. But I'm not even mad at it because I want to see Ilya versus Justin Gaethje, bro. That's the fight to make in Miami. UFC, whatever it is, 315 or 316, whatever it gotta be, you feel me, in Miami. Ilya Taporia versus Justin Gaethje, I think that's the fight to make.
I ain't mad at that. I want to see that. I got Justin Gaethje.
You out your rabbit ass mouth.
I got Justin Gaethje.
I don't see it happening.
Out your rabbit
I
ass
ain't mad
mouth.
at that. I got Justin Gaethje.
I don't see it happening.
You out your bro. You lucky ain't nobody in it. I'm trying to tell you, they let you have it in the chat. They was in here, bro. They ain't nobody. Ilya Taporia gonna knock his head clean off his shoulders. It's gonna be a good fight because it's gonna be a stand-up fight and it's gonna be a boxing event.
It's not
But
going to happen.
Skrilla said David Tua and Ike Abiabuchi fought already. I ain't mean to change the subject like that, my bad. But I just was looking at the chat.
Ilya Taporia and not Justin Gaethje head clean off his shoulders.
No.
Not
Fight
even
is
gonna lie to
not
you.
going to happen
Why you keep saying that?
because Gaethje's third in the lightweight rankings, and Taporia is the featherweight champion. I don't see it happening.
Nah, he ready to move up.
No,
He
that's
already
what
gave up his belt.
Yeah, that's what it mean though. He gonna fight somebody. Islam said that he not gonna fight him, so he gonna have to fight somebody at the top. So you got to think that it's
I don't
gonna
think
be.
he's gonna get Taporia off break then, bro.
That's what I'm saying though.
Mhm.
Taporia wanna fight Islam for the belt. Islam said that he kind of got to earn this opportunity. He got to fight somebody.
Mhm.
Charles Oliveira and Arman Sarukian is who I just now said. They probably number 1 and number 2, right?
What division?
155. Lightweight. Charles Oliveira
yep.
and they number 1 and number 2.
And then Gaethje 3.
That's who I just now said was ducking.
Mhm.
Charles Oliveira and Arman Sarukian is number 1 and number 2. The best fight stylistically is Gaethje though. That's gonna be a scrap. That ain't gonna be like no wrestling and no playing around. They gonna be scrapping Ilya Taporia and Justin Gaethje, and I think he'll knock his head off his shoulders. But Cheatham think that otherwise. So,
No. I don't think that he not gonna knock his head off his shoulders. It's just when you do and he don't go nowhere, then what?
Real quick, you said Ilya wants to see Islam?
yeah,
Because Justin Gaethje will fight him without no head. Like, you get what I'm saying? You're
Just
not just
got
going
the
to put
dub,
you
too.
away.
Against
Yeah.
the no-name guy.
Yeah, you're not
The
just going
Fiverr row.
Yo
hey,
fought
Frank.
almost an entire championship fight with a broken nose. Broke his nose at the end of the first round and fought to the fifth.
I mean, you
Hey
gotta
Frank,
do
I'm
what
gonna
you
let you know this, bro.
What up?
Max Holloway just knocked Justin Gage out with one of the best knockouts in UFC history.
Mm-hmm.
One of the
Recently?
most iconic. Yeah, UFC 300. Look it up. Yeah, pull it up right now. I ain't gonna lie. You
I'ma
can pull it up.
in the
Circumstance
chat, bro.
styles make fights.
UFC 300. No, let's pull that up first.
Circumstance
Let's pull that
styles
up
make
first.
fights.
Said Holloway versus Gaethje.
Yeah,
Got you.
feel me? We gonna pull that up first. So, Max Holloway
Styles make
for the
fights.
BMF belt. BMF mean a bad motherfucker.
We know what the BMF shit.
Baddest
is,
motherfucker.
nigga. Damn, they just want to give me the last 20 seconds. Hold on.
That's all you need.
Let me get 4 minutes.
No.
No,
You
you
just
just
need
need
the
the last
20
20.
seconds.
Alright,
No,
say
you
less.
don't need
Yeah,
the
say
whole
less.
4.
Hold on. Let me get it right.
You don't need the whole 4. A UFC
We
300?
got it. Okay.
Yes.
That fight was
Who
super
got the
competitive
tattoos?
until
Who
he
got the
broke his
tattoos?
nose.
No. He was winning the whole fight. Max
It was
Holloway.
super,
Max
the first
Holloway
round
was
was
up.
super competitive until he landed that spin kick.
Max Holloway was up
Which
the whole fight.
borderline was at the bell after
Max
the bell.
Holloway was up the whole fight, bro.
That
Come
was
on,
kind
don't
of
play,
a
don't.
lucky kind of like.
Max
He
Holloway
was
was up the
already
whole fight,
dead
bro.
already. Max Holloway
Yeah,
had
I
been
need
beating
to
him up.
see the whole
He was,
blicky, bro.
But listen,
for whatever reason,
you
that
but you,
nigga
but,
is
but
a
that's the
tough
same,
out. He
but,
just a
but that's
tank.
that's the same
of a
thing. That's the
human
same
being.
thing you keep saying about everybody that be fighting earlier. You said that about Volk. You said that about
I said that
Max
about
Holloway.
Volk is one
You
of
get
them
what I'm
niggas.
saying? Max Holloway, the nigga that you just seen knock out Justin Gage. Hold up, Cheetah. Volkanovski beat Max Holloway 3 times. Right? Volkanovski beat Max Holloway 3 times. Ilya Topuria
He
knocked
didn't-
out.
One of them
knocked
ones
out
was a
Volkan-
draw.
Ilya Topuria.
They robbed Max that first fight.
Ilya
They robbed
Topuria
Max that first
knocked
fight.
out Volkanovski and Max. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like he ain't level. He is better than Justin Gaethje across the board.
He not bigger and he not more Justin Gageier.
I feel you.
Hey yo, because Justin Gaethje don't just go
And then
out
the
that bitch
same
and
thing,
get
and
beat
then the
up.
same thing. It's, when he knocked Justin Gaethje head off his shoulder, she don't be like,
So
"Yo, he
why-
just wasn't Justin Gaethje no
Why
more."
isn't Holloway Topuria the fight?
Huh?
Why isn't Holloway Topuria the fight?
Cause they just fought.
He knocked Holloway head off his shoulders. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Got you.
And he knocked Volkanovski.
But it was at 45,
Listen,
and Max
listen.
Holloway looked like he
at
was about to die in the
145,
press
right?
conference.
At 145, the best 2 145 pounds of all time is Holloway and Volkanovski. He knocked them both out back to back in the same year. You get what I'm saying? He that guy. I don't know why you don't
did.
say it, but he is that guy.
Hey, yo,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
he just came at a real opportune time, right? Like, hey yo, the nigga Volkanovski was talking about like doing himself in and all type of shit. Max Holloway had just went up and then came back down. You came at a cool time, bro. Like, I guess not for them niggas, but for you, yeah. Volkanovski was on some bullshit for real already by then. Like, he took that Islam fight on like 10 days notice or some shit like that because he said he wasn't feeling good in his head. Like, talking about on some depression shit. Like, he was saying he needed to be active and all that shit. And everything since then, he been iffy as fuck. Sure enough.
I got a question for you. On the UFC tip, did Pierre fuck up the John Jones fight?
Yes. It's done.
I don't think so.
They already talking about the Aspinall shit more now.
It was
They already said they close to
No.
reaching agreements or something like that with
It
the
was-
Aspinall shit.
It was already supposed to happen. That Dana White never wanted the Pierre fight. I wanted the Pierre fight in front of the Aspinall fight, but he didn't. You get what I'm saying? So he always was talking about the Aspinall fight because you got to think that he has the most to gain in the Aspinall fight. John Jones, if he talking the way that he talking, it's gonna be his last fight or his last 2 fights. He got everything to gain with a white guy that's from the UK. They got a big fan base behind him. That's the next up and coming thing. So he's gonna push for that narrative over Pierre. Even Pierre is 37 years old, just the same way that John Jones is 37 years old. So
They talking about it's gonna be 6 months from now. So either way, this shit. Yeah.
It don't
It's
matter,
bad.
bro. It don't matter. I'm talking about the narrative behind a fight. Is that even if it happened in September, that's 6 months from now. Even if it happened in September, you gotta understand that Dana White is going to get behind a white guy that can become the face of the heavyweight division, that can become the face of the sport. He from the UK. He got everything to push behind him. He don't have no loss in John Jones losing to Tom Aspinall. He got everything to gain. And if John Jones beat Aspinall, it goes to what he always been saying. John Jones is the greatest fighter of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So he got nothing to lose, bro, and that's the fight that he want to make. So he always been against the John Jones versus Pierre fight. Even though that's the fight that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? That's the bigger legacy fight, but he always been against that fight. He wanted the Aspinall fight. So that's the fight that's going to happen, and that's the fight that should happen.
Okay.
It's the fight that should happen.
I mean, I don't know what should happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't.
You don't want to see John Jones take a loss, so you protect
Honestly,
him.
I
You
think
talking about him like you talk about Tank.
No, bruh. It's a completely different argument talking about John Jones and motherfucking Gervonta Davis.
No,
my
it
nigga.
is.
It is a completely different argument.
Got
That
fired.
nigga fought everybody in 3 different generations.
John?
Yeah, I honestly think he should be done.
Yeah, look,
Hang
but
it
it
up,
ain't
bruh,
even
like-
about that. Don't even bring that aspect into it, bro. When he talking about still fighting, he still want to fight. So it ain't even about how you think he should be done. He still want to fight.
I mean,
So
honestly,
if
I think he's
gonna-
gonna beat the fuck out Aspinall.
But that's what you think. So when Aspinall beat him, don't act like John Jones was old or none of that shit that you gonna try to put into the pot.
Hey yo,
Act
and when
like-
he choke
act
him out
like-
in
act-
2 seconds,
I'm
don't
going.
when I be like, I told y'all.
Hey, yo, no,
this-
it ain't gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm surprised as a bitch that he did that. I'm gonna say that. You get what I'm saying? But when it's the other way around, I'm saying act like it's the other way around. Don't leave it. It's a big fight for that reason, bro. Because Aspinall got a chance to shock the world, but John Jones got a chance to put him in his place. That's why it's a big fight. You get what I'm saying, Frank?
I get you.
You get what I'm saying, Frank? That's why it's a big fight, my nigga. He got a chance to put him in his place, but Aspinall got a chance to shock the world. So don't lean too much to one side when it go the other way. Don't act like, no, John Jones wasn't himself, bro. He wasn't up for this fight. No, bro, give Aspinall everything in the world if he beat John Jones, and give John Jones everything in the world if he beat Aspinall. It's split down the middle, bro, because
Hey, yo,
it's the fight that happened.
Even
It's the fight that happened.
if he beat John Jones, he beat the fat belly John Jones.
See how you are? He already
Broski.
throwing salt in the game. He
Broski.
already throwing salt in the
He
game.
only been out the second. He only been in the second round once, and that was in 2021.
He gonna have to be with John Jones. He not
Everything-
gonna put him out in the first
Everything
round,
else
bro.
is first round, bro.
He not
Bro,
gonna put John Jones out in the first round.
I don't even
bro.
want to. That's a different conversation, bro. You get what I'm saying? What y'all want to get into is how the fight will play out. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the aspect of how big the fight is. Don't downplay how big the fight is, and then downplay the accomplishment when a nigga upset the apple card. You can't do that. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you think that John Jones is that guy. You think that he'll walk through Shorty. Don't act like it ain't that when Shorty upset the apple cart. You get what I'm saying? And the other way around, like John Jones, I don't know how he'll deal with. It's the same. Like I
You think Aspinall beat Francis?
I treat John Jones and Terrence Crawford the same exact way. Terrence Crawford at 154, I don't know who he'd beat. It ain't that I don't know who he more skilled than. He more skilled than every fighter at 154. But I don't know who he'd beat at 37, and that's at 154, and that's not his best weight class. I don't know who he'd beat. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? So I don't know if John Jones can beat a nigga that's 30 pounds naturally bigger than him. He younger than him, more hungry than him. I don't know. I want to see how that fight will play out. And that aspect plays into how the fight will play out. So don't act like, oh yeah, he was over the hill or none of that type of shit when the shit really play into the different way that you thought it would play into.
I mean, I'ma say, like my gut instinct say, John Jones ready to take Yo to the ground and show him something he ain't never seen before. I don't think John Jones great stand up with Yo or try to, like, I think John Jones play with everybody else. He gonna fight you at what you good at, but at heavyweight he can't play with nobody. So I think he going to take him to the ground and beat him the fuck up for real. You get what I'm saying? And we gonna see John Jones one last time. But he said 6 months away for a reason. You get what I'm saying? He grade prepared. We might see skinny John Jones.
No cocaine.
No, the cocaine. We might need cocaine.
Okay.
We might need cocaine. But honestly, I might be buying into the shit a little bit because I really think he's supposed to just beat up Aspinall. I don't think Aspinall, like, I think not that he just a hype job, but I just think he in the weakest division. And they got to say something. The best nigga just dipped and went to another league. So you got to have somebody. You can't just say none of these niggas is good enough to fight John Jones. You got to make somebody the guy. And they made Aspinall the guy. He beating all these niggas. Bro, Aspinall another one of them niggas. I just don't see it. I don't see it. You get what I'm saying? He big, he a little quick. But honestly, like he knocking everybody out in the first round, so he got some pop. But how you see all this super complex shit that everybody talking about? Oh yeah, he can wrestle, he beat everybody in the first round. So where's the wrestling and all that other shit that everybody's seeing?
We can replay this. What I don't be understanding about you, bro, we can replay this show, bro, to one of the first weeks where we really got into a deep argument about talking about I'm saying that John Jones should fight Pierre because he deserved that. It's a big money fight and all that. And you like, no, Tom Aspinall, the number one guy up. Then this was before the Stipe fight.
I never said Aspinall should get the fight. Pull that episode the fuck up. Because I never said Aspinall should get the fight. Because I never thought Aspinall... Who Aspinall beat? He beat Andre Orlovsky. I've been saying this.
No, don't say that. Because
the
heavyweight that never had the belt that you talk about all the time. What's his name?
Curtis Blades.
Okay. You get what I'm saying? Okay. He beat Curtis Blades. You get what I'm saying? So when he beat Curtis Blades, bro, I'm going to pull an episode.
One of the
first episodes.
I never said that.
Okay.
We're going to have to bring it back next week. Y'all got
we going to skip right over this because I never said Tom Aspinall should be the fight. I never been sold on this nigga. You going to go back. You going to go back 34 episodes and try to find and I'm never going to say it because I never said that.
You did say that, bro, because you be like
I was preaching for Pierre.
No, it was before John Jones fought Stipe Miocic, and you were saying that John Jones shouldn't fight Stipe Miocic. He should fight Aspinall. That's my whole point. We've been doing this shit for almost a year, my nigga. Almost in a year, in a month or two, it'll be a year that we've been doing this shit.
Hey, yo,
we've been doing this shit for a minute.
I was saying
you were saying that he shouldn't fight Stipe Miocic because Stipe Miocic was retired and he should fight Aspinall.
I understood why he was fighting Stipe.
No, we ain't going to do that.
No, we ain't going to do that. And I'm not going. Because I understood why he was fighting Stipe.
I'm not going to lie. You just said that because you know I'm not going to do the homework to go back and find the episode.
Because I'm
gonna
I never said that he shouldn't fight Stipe. I knew why they was fighting from the beginning because Stipe is quote unquote the best heavyweight
ever. That's not what you were saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
You were saying that you were saying that, bro. The biggest challenge for him is Aspinall. And I was saying, bro, you just be wanting to see a nigga get beat, bro. In reality, the legacy fight is Stipe. Stipe, the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Hey, yo, as long as we've been arguing about John Jones, Aspinall, you've been arguing to the point that Aspinall deserved the title. I mean, deserve a shot because he the interim champion and he got a fan base. I've been saying, don't nobody know this nigga.
No.
All the good names leave and go somewhere else.
That's what you've been trying to turn it into what I've been saying.
I've been saying that.
No.
Francis left and they gotta make somebody the guy.
I've been saying that if he's gonna fight a heavyweight, Aspinall is the fight. It's no point. He's the biggest fight. Period. In every way that you think about the fight, it's the old guy versus the young guy. It's the black guy versus the white.
Biggest fight. Pierre the biggest fight. Pierre would have been the bigger fight.
Hold on.
Pierre would have been the bigger fight.
See that you're just trying to be argumentative. This is what I'm trying to say. I just now said that if he gonna fight a heavyweight, that Aspinall is the biggest fight. You skipped over what I said to try and make it what you saying.
I might have been tripping.
I'm saying that in every way that you think of, it's a big fight. It's a black guy versus a white guy. It's an old guy versus a young guy. It's a U.S. guy versus a U.K. guy. Every way that you think, it's a big fight. You get what I'm saying? In every way that you try to market it, it's a big fight.
Other than the fact that niggas don't know Tom Aspinall at that time. At no other time would I ever been like, yo, niggas is trying to see this Tom Aspinall fight. If it wasn't for this last Curtis Blades fight, that shit was still up in the air.
When you know that the British fans support their athletes how they do, even if it's just
I'm just saying I ain't say that.
But even if it's just boxing, bro, when you think about how big their stars is in Britain, in the UK, in England, you get what I'm saying? He's a huge star over there already. No matter if he fought for the belt or not, he's a huge star over there already.
And the UK, UK not big as Texas.
All right, bro.
Okay, I'll wrap it up.
Go ahead.
Hey, yo, and this has been the 6313 podcast. I go by the name of Cheatham Got Buzz. The man with the plan about the motherfucking hands.
Yes.
JC on the boards, the most shady. Frankie, baby, we out. Yeah. That was probably the best ending we ever had in the show history, for real. Like, we gotta do it like that from now.